Danganronpa.
Hello everybody, Flamin' Shark back with another video, and today we're jumping into chapter 6 of Danganronpa. So let me, so let's just get out of this very loud section. I'm down to 4 save slots. I don't know, this might, if I'm right, I think I'm gonna have just enough, because I think chapter 6, there we go. I think Chapter 6 will be the Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc finale, but I could be dead wrong. It's hard to call, but it feels like we are jumping into the final case, or the final chapter. I actually don't even know if we'll have a case, honestly. It definitely would make sense, because I don't know how you do like a dramatic finale in this game without a case, so I imagine through whatever circumstances we're going to have a case, and I guess it's going to be a case of who is the mastermind, possibly involving another murder, but we're really out of characters. The only characters left in the game are Asahina, Hiro, Byakuya, Toko, Kyoko, and Makoto. So, I considered the possibility of one of the dead people being the mastermind and there being a fake death in the mix. But I'm kind of off that, because like I said, I went over it in the last part, and I was trying to figure out who the hell this mastermind could be, and I'm kind of stuck. I don't think I know. I just straight up don't know. I don't know if I've been missing something this whole time, if there's been like really subtle hints among one of the characters that's still alive. But it's kind of on a process of elimination. I more or less feel like it has to be either Hina or Hiro. And I've kind of just loosely decided to go for Hiro, because I feel like out of the two of them, if one of them was kind of playing a character, and there was even a little joke about it, but if one of them was actually playing a character and pretending to be stupid, it'd be Hiro. Because like, Hina is cute, and she is a little dumb, and she even admits it herself, but she's not like... But she is clever in some ways, whereas like, I feel like Hiro is just completely just loopy and ridiculous, and I feel like that's kind of the difference, to where I feel like some of Hiro's stuff could definitely be more of an act. So, I'm gonna say Hiro's the mastermind. I really don't think he is, but purely on the idea that I want to have a guess out there, that's all I got. Because Byakuya... It's not Byakuya. I just really don't think it's Byakuya. And I'm not even saying that as someone who's a fanboy of Byakuya. I would love for it to be Byakuya, because that'd be awesome. But I don't think it's Byakuya. It's definitely not Toko. I can't imagine it's Kyoko. Nothing in the game, it's just not Kyoko. There's no way. And the only person left is Makoto. I guess that's the only other possibility. I don't know how they would even spin that, but I guess somehow it could be Makoto. And there is actually a small part of me that kind of likes that idea. Because if you think about it, Makoto has the worst reason for being in the school in the first place. And despite all of his silly sauce, he does have quite a bit of intelligence when it comes down to it. And he is the most unassuming character, and a lot of times you can sometimes think the most unassuming character, and I was talking about Hiro and Hina being the most unassuming, but honestly, probably the most unassuming character left is actually Makoto, which is really funny. I don't think they could spin that, but I believe you can accuse yourself, so I guess you never know. But whatever the case may be, I'm really excited. I think this is the final chapter. I could be wrong. I still don't understand what Chapter 5's title was about. It was like 100-mile dash, something of a junk food junkie, like obsessions of a junk food junkie or something like that. And nothing in Chapter 5 really gave me a hint as to what that was about. We are heavily implying that Mukuro Ikusaba was killed by the mastermind, so I do wonder if that title is referring to the mastermind. And the mastermind is a junk food junkie. That's kind of my assumption. I don't think that really gives us any clue as to who the mastermind is. The other thing of note is that if Kyoko and Makoto can get out of the garbage chute, which I assume they probably can, because Kyoko Kyoko has the Monokuma's secret tool, we can get out, we can enter that, and then we can also go in any other room we want. Because of Monokuma's secret tool, of course, Monokuma, in most cases, will be able to see that fact because, of course, the cameras and stuff, but it's interesting. It definitely feels like we're in the end game now, and I don't know. I mean, this could even be the final video. I highly doubt it, but we'll see. So anyways, it's time for Chapter 6 of Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. I'm recording this on the weekend near the end of April 2021. It's actually been like, I think, a week since I last recorded. It's been a while since I've done a Danganronpa video. I haven't done a lot of videos. I just got back into recording reactions at the time I'm recording this. And yeah, let's just jump in. I'm so excited for this. I am so excited to see this game's story come together, and I can't wait to unravel the mysteries of Hope's Peak Academy, learn what this school's all about, and learn what the hell's been going on this entire time. Like, seriously, what the fuck's going on? I can't wait to find that out, and I can't wait to see who the mastermind is, and I hope it makes sense, and I hope it's not too stupid, because this game has been great, and if this game can piece together its ending, then it's going to be one of my favorite video games of all time. I can say that. If the ending hits, this game is going to be one of my favorite games of all time, and even if the ending is a little meh, I can still tell you I am so excited for Danganronpa 2. Holy shit, am I excited. I don't know when I'm going to play that, probably not for a while, but anyways, the ultimate despair. A group of people who caused the tragedy 1 year ago. We say group, but Kyoko believes there's two of them. It's Mukuro and our still mysterious mastermind. Those same people put together this killing game and began broadcasting it around the world. The most desperately awful group of people ever. That is the mastermind's true identity. I suppose that's one way to look at it, yes. Our enemy has finally been revealed. Well, not really. We still don't actually know. Yeah, there it is. Chapter 6. It's official. We're in the 6th. And I think the final chapter, but I might be dead wrong. Like I said, I have no idea how many chapters are in this game. That's just a guess. But it really feels like this is the last chapter. But right now... Right now, we have to get out of this horrible place. Figuring out the rest of the story can come after. Yeah, you're right. Kyoko, do you still have that one thing? Monokuma's secret tool that you got from the headmaster's room?
Indeed.
Of course I do. It's an absolutely vital part of ensnaring the mastermind. I would never part with it. And it can open any door in the school, right?
That's right.
Then we should be able to use it on that door, right? We've already examined everything in here in Chapter 5, so last episode, so let's do it. Hey, Kyoko, we can use that key of yours to open this door, right? I would hope so.
It's true.
Let's find out. Kyoko took out the key with the Monokuma design on it and slid it into the keyhole. And then... yes, it opened!
Indeed.
And now we can get out of here. Let's go. Sounds good. We quickly opened the door and made our escape from the garbage pit. What room are we about to be in, though? Finally. We were finally free. There wasn't even time to take a breath of relief. Where is this going to put us? Because the real fight had just begun. Where are we? Ultimate pain, ultimate suffering, ultimate despair, ultimate execution, ultimate death. Oh my god, and it's every character that's still alive is in the thumbnail. Jesus Christ, are we all going to die? This is the last chapter. Just the title of the chapter and the fact that every remaining character is in the thumbnail, or I call it the thumbnail, but the title card, that's what I should say, the title card for Chapter 6. This is undoubtedly the finale. I don't know how many episodes I have left. This could be, 2 more episodes, 3 more episodes. It might even just be 1. Maybe you're watching the finale. If you guys are watching the finale, tell me what you thought of the game in the comments, just in general. And my Let's Play. More so my Let's Play, but also your general thoughts on the game. Because this is, I'm about to wrap up what is my first ever proper Let's Play. Technically, I've dabbled in it long time ago and a couple weird little things, but this is my first real Let's Play. And my preferred type of Let's Play is for a VN, but it's just so many hours. But I've committed the hours, I've found the time, and I've committed it to this, and I can't wait to share this with you guys. Honestly, you know, keep saying in these videos that I have no idea when you guys will see them. At the time I'm recording this, I'm like re-uploading videos every Sunday, but I think once I if I can start getting really consistent with the reactions, these might start coming sooner rather than later. I don't know. I think this summer, sometime this summer probably, these videos will start coming out. After leaving the garbage pit, we found ourselves in a tunnel extending straight up like a chimney. There was a metal ladder leading up into the tunnel. We started climbing the ladder, intent on reaching the surface. Oh, that's almost the greatest thing ever. You could kind of see what looks like a little shadow, potentially, of Kyoko's panties, so we're almost winning, ladies and gentlemen, almost. The ladder was impossibly long. I couldn't even see where it ended. Also, we also get a nice shot of Makoto's butt. Can't forget about the man service as well. We climbed into darkness, although those legs are fine, I'm not gonna lie. Also, those boots are, like, amazing. The passage was so dark and cramped, I couldn't even see my own feet beneath me. I had no idea we were so far down.
Hey.
Don't lose your footing. If you slip, I won't be able to catch you. Yeah, I'll be careful. But now that you said that, I'm getting kind of nervous. Just don't look down, Makoto. Just keep working your way up. It's actually funny. I wouldn't say it's a fear, but I've always, especially when I was younger, I've always felt uneasy on escalators. Specifically. Like, I don't have any problem going up or down massive flights of stairs or anything. But specifically escalators, and it's mainly going down escalators. Like, going up escalators is fine, but actually going down and seeing how high you are, especially if they're big escalators, that used to always get me a little, like, weird. And it's really strange because I'm actually quite good with heights, but I specifically would always get, like, a little very uncomfortable with escalators in particular. And it was very strange, and I haven't been on an escalator in so long, I don't even know if I still have that kind of feeling. I wouldn't say it's a fear, because I still go on them and stuff, but it's an uneasiness that I would get. And I wouldn't get it with any other thing related to, like, heights or something. It was specifically escalators. Maybe talking will help keep my mind off it. Oh man, that's new. So Kyoko, there's something I wanted to ask you. You said you're the ultimate detective, right? So, how long have you been doing detective work? How long?
So...
Ever since I can remember. I come from a long line of detectives. Detective work is in my blood. There was a time when being a detective was considered a sacred duty. My family's always seen it that way. Interesting, so it's kind of like a line of assassins, a line of detectives. That was a really interesting answer, actually. Then, is your family famous?
Wrong.
Quite the opposite, actually. Even among actual detectives, many people haven't heard of us. Huh? But how come? It's like your family tradition, right? So...
Right.
Because we take pride in it. Pride?
Indeed.
A detective is neither light nor shadow. We represent neither justice nor evil. This is how we can uncover the absolute truth. I'm getting big Ace Attorney vibes from that. We stand neutral in all things, and to do that, we have to stand separate from the rest of society. Which is why we've made a conscious effort to conceal our existence. A conscious effort?
It's true.
It's kind of old-fashioned, and I can't say it's entirely rational. It's our family creed, and we do what we must to protect it. Because like I said, it's our source of pride. Pride. So that explains... Before I came here, when I was looking up info about the school online, I never saw anything about her. Because she hid herself on purpose to protect the pride of her family, yet Hope's Peak was still aware of her existence. Because they're the best.
However...
Yeah, and I think she's about to say that, and yet, I gave up some of that pride. Or just coming to Hope's Peak in general, for that matter. In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. That sounds so wrong, especially when we're kind of looking up her skirt. I did it knowing it was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do. But the reason you gave up that pride was for your dad, yeah. The reason you would go so far to enter Hope's Peak, it was because that's how much you wanted to reconnect with your dad, right? There's no shame in that.
What?
Reconnect? I had absolutely no desire to reconnect with my father. Huh? But you'd be reuniting after all those years, right? You would have had so much to talk about.
Wrong.
There's nothing I want to talk to my father about.
However,
There is something I want to say to him, though. What? No matter what it takes, I have to find him and tell him face to face. If she just said fuck you right now, I would die. What is it?
So...
I want to sever all ties with him. Well, that's the Kyoko Kirigiri way to say fuck you. Sever? The last time I saw him, I was still very young. So I don't remember myself, but apparently he was extremely intelligent. He was in line to become the next head of the Kirigiri family. He was talented. He had a promising future.
However,
But he had no interest in detective work. Apparently he wanted to be a headmaster, principal type. Or I guess teacher in essence. That's kind of an extension of being a teacher, kind of. So he cut himself off from the family. Not long after that, my mother died and he simply ran away. He went to my grandfather and they had a huge argument. And young as I was, he left me behind. I'm sure there was a reason for that. I'm sure your dad wanted to take you with him.
right.
If that's true, then I need to thank him. Thank him for leaving me. Because unlike him, I take pride in the work I do. Wow, we're really emphasizing pride in this episode. Holy shit. They have said pride like 4 or 5 times now. And there it is again. I take pride in my family name. So every last part of me is happy he didn't take me with him. If I'd gone with him, I never would have had the chance to become a detective. I was above Kyoko on the ladder, so I wasn't able to see her expression. So I couldn't tell. Couldn't see how she looked when she said that, what she might have been feeling. All I could tell was that compared to her usual self, she was more talkative and more emotional. I don't blame him, you know. He had his own life to live. That's what anyone in my position might say, right? But it's not true.
However,
There's one thing that I can never forgive. Really?
so...
The way everyone else looked at me. I was never sad about being left behind. Like I said, I think it was a good thing.
However,
But when the rest of my family looked at me, they saw something different. They only saw me as the little girl that was abandoned by her father. Huh. That's how they see me even to this day. I don't know, I mean, you come across as, like, the definition of strong, independent woman. Like Kyoko is, like... I mean, yeah, she's a little quiet, but, like, everything about her is, like, I mean, if we're being, like, actually serious, and, like, actually let's take out the memes for a second, which I don't do very often, like, Kyoko is kind of, like, the... and I say this, and I know it sounds like a memeing, but, like, I say this pretty, like, isn't she pretty much the ideal waifu? Like, if we're being dead serious, like, she pretty much has everything that you could want in a woman, I would think, you know? I mean, at least from my perspective, I don't know, but I feel like she's kind of, in an actual serious sense. His shadow has been following me my entire life. I'm sick of it. I need him out of my life. I need to step out of his shadow. I love this, though, because we're actually getting Kyoko's, like, inner turmoil and her actual, like, deeper character and her motivations and stuff, which has kind of been the one bad thing about Kyoko, and I think the one thing that's kind of limited her from really jumping to, you know, having any real competition with Byakuya for my favorite character, is the fact that there isn't enough focus on her actual, like, deeper character. We haven't gotten as much of that, mainly because she's been such a mystery because of her amnesia angle, and combined with her detective sauce and then her nature and everything combined, and she's been super mysterious, and that's part of her appeal, of course, but actually getting this lore, this info on Kyoko is really sweet.
correct.
That's why I have to find him and tell him we're no longer family. In order to settle the past, in order to remove him from my life forever. I have no doubt he forgot about me years ago. But your family, to just cut him out like that.
Wrong.
Our only connection is through blood, nothing more. Are we connected by heart and soul? No.
Hey,
Is blood really enough to call someone family? It's a good question, Kyoko. That's a good question. I would say that blood, and on the flip side, I mean, you certainly don't need to share blood to call someone family. Obviously, if you marry someone, they're your family, and you don't share blood with them. Hopefully. Oh man. Only connected by blood, not by heart or soul. I was so shocked to hear her say that something like that, I didn't know how to respond. So instead, I said nothing. And we're finally out of this hole. I just kept climbing the ladder in complete silence. And after I don't know how long, we finally reached the top. Okay, so you made it to a hatch. Looks like this is it.
indeed.
On the other side of this door, Hope's Peak is waiting for us. This could literally... Oh, this is the garbage room hatch. I bet this is the hatch in the garbage room. Remember there was a hatch on the floor of the garbage room? We're back.
That's right.
Yep, she's mentioning it now. But here's the problem. Once the mastermind notices that Makoto is back, they're going to freak the hell out, and I would think they'd just straight up, like, yeet him. But I guess we'll see what happens. And that's the other thing. We don't know what's been going on since we've been down here. Remember that? Because it's been, like, I think, over a day. If I'm remembering the end of Chapter 5 correctly. Remember that hatch on the ground near the trash room? I'm fairly certain that's where we'll come out. I unlocked it earlier, so it should open without much trouble. Well, here goes nothing. I reached my right hand up and pushed against the hatch. Are we back? Hatch opened with ease, and so, trash room? Yo, we're back. We have made it back to Hope's Peak Academy. Looks like we're back.
Whew.
I can't believe how long that ladder was. I'm exhausted. I can't exactly say we're safe and sound, but at least we're out of there. Now we're back in Hope's Peak Academy. Kyoko, thank you. I never would have gotten out of there without you. No thanks necessary. I was just returning the favor. Yeah, a life for a life, basically. So, now what do we do? I'm glad I didn't die, of course, but if the mastermind finds out... I'm worried about you, too. You helped me, so they might...
Listen.
You're worried? Yeah, of course.
So then,
Then let's just get a concrete answer. Huh?
in other words,
Let's ask Monokuma if there's a problem with you escaping. Well, I could answer it real quickly. That was still technically campus. Okay. I guess number 3 could be a broken rule. I will say also, Monokuma's been, assuming they actually are following the rules, Monokuma's been breaking rule number, well, I guess technically it wasn't Monokuma, it was Mukuro who was breaking rule number 7, so I guess fair enough. Yeah, there's 8. I don't even know. Like the rules are kind of slowly falling out of favor, so I don't even know if that's an argument anymore. Let's ask Monokuma if there's a problem with you escaping. Well, wait, that's...
however,
If we try to hide, it's only a matter of time until we're found out. It's not like we can run away. As she said that, she pointed at the nearby surveillance camera. So you're saying rather than stressing out over getting caught, we should just give up now? Don't worry, what you think is going to happen isn't.
because
Because the mastermind is the one that's ensnared. Yeah, she was talking about this. Yeah, they've kind of trapped themselves. The mastermind is ensnared. You said something like that before. What does it mean?
So...
The mastermind stood exposed during the investigation into Mukuro's death. There was a moment when the mastermind let their guard down. There was?
Right.
If we can talk to Monokuma, we can confirm it. It'll be better for us if we go to him directly before he tracks us down. That should help with our negotiations. I'm still super uneasy about this. But we really don't have a choice, do we?
Indeed.
Monokuma should be in the gym.
Shall we go?
Let's get going. Alright, let's go to the gym. Let's not waste any time. Let's just go straight to the gym. Okay, so let's do this the old-fashioned way. Let's just walk there, I guess run there. I don't want to look at the maps. I don't want to see where anyone might or might not be. Yeah, we want to go to Hope Speak Academy, so we want to go down over here. I don't want any, like, teasers into what's happening right now. Dude, that title was so insane. It was ultimate everything. And I wonder if there was actually 6 of them. I actually kind of want to look at the title again. Because if there was, I bet there was 6 ultimates, 1 for each character. I really want to actually look at that real quick. I think I'm actually going to real quick. I'm actually going to ask someone. So I'm getting on my phone real quick. I really want to, I really want to look at, no, there's only 5. Ultimate pain, ultimate suffering, ultimate despair, ultimate execution, ultimate death. Man, they were quick. I don't know how they typed that in like, it was like 6 seconds they had typed that. Maybe it was more than that, but that was really fast. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh crap. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my controller. That was actually an issue I was having before I started it, but the controller, like, stopped working, and now it's working again. Okay. I had to unplug it from my computer rig and re-plug it in, but it's fine now. Oh, man. Here we go. Let's see what's in the gym. I apologize for that. That was a little saucy, but I'll probably leave that in because I was talking.
Well now.
That's a lot of well nows. Hey. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. Me and my voices. Oh, boy. Hey! Kyoko, I don't mind so much.
I don't believe it!
But Makoto's supposed to be dead! What's he doing here? That's exactly how I thought he'd react. Are we really gonna be okay?
Pung!
You were supposed to be punished! Did Kyoko help you?
What?
So what if I did? What will you do?
Shing!
If the guilty party is exposed during the class trial, they alone will be executed. It's unfortunate, but that is the rule.
You're making me angry!
So now I gotta punish you again, and this time I won't leave anything to chance. Kyoko,
Right.
do whatever you feel you have to. What?
However,
Before you do, let me just say one thing.
now,
If you execute Makoto, that means you lose. Not that that matters to you, right?
Huh?
I lose?
Hey!
You, explain yourself. What do you mean by that? I feel like I'm not getting his voice right all of a sudden, but I don't know. We're near the end, guys. This game is something.
because...
Well, you set up this latest class trial yourself, right? I was getting in your way, so you wanted an excuse to kill me.
In other words,
I was supposed to be chosen as the blackened and then executed, right? Hey, what are you talking about?
however,
But when Makoto chose to overlook my lie, your plan came crashing down. The results of the trial weren't at all what you were expecting. Because you never imagined that in that position one person would protect another like that.
right,
And in response to that unexpected development,
indeed.
You reacted by proclaiming Makoto the Blackened and trying to execute him. You made the choice out of desperation. No, more than that. You must have realized that Makoto, who refused to be manipulated, was a threat to you as well.
However,
But then there was another unexpected development waiting for you, alter ego. An entity that would throw a wrench, so to speak, in your precious execution machinery. Alter ego. You never imagined the possibility of a being that could have come to our aid even after you'd killed it.
am I wrong?
Now here's the absolute truth. Makoto didn't kill Mukuro. You did.
Listen to me.
So executing Makoto for it would surely be a violation of your rules, which I know you love so much. If the Blackened is exposed, they alone will be executed. That's what you told us, right? And that means I lose? You talk a big game. You're saying the Blackened is me and not Makoto?
Well,
And you can prove this, right?
Well,
No, I can't. Don't just say it like that. What is this, a comedy routine? To make such bold claims without a shred of evidence. Okay, I think the voice is starting to come back.
that doesn't matter.
I don't have any right now, but with a little more time, I guarantee I'll find some.
That's right.
Because no matter how deeply you tried to bury it, there is only ever one absolute truth.
pung pung.
And now you're trying to talk like some kind of famous detective type?
Because
If Makoto really was the killer, he never would have come to you willingly like this. He would have feared for his life, feared another execution. He would have tried to run and hide. He would have been gripped by the despair you so love to inspire.
however,
Here we are, confronting you with nothing but hope in our hearts. And the clash of hope and despair.
What the heck?
And that's supposed to be enough to convince me in the absence of evidence?
indeed.
It's not you I'm trying to convince.
Hey,
If you were to execute Makoto now, everyone out there watching this would be extremely displeased. Huh? Yeah, exactly. Monokuma even talked about it. He was like, you know, I don't want to get all these like complaints and hate mail from my viewers.
indeed.
Imagine what everyone out there would think if you killed Makoto. They would assume that you killed him because what we said is exactly right.
Listen to me.
Despair can never kill hope.
Hey,
Of course, you could say we're just making this all up. You're welcome to prove us wrong. No, you have no choice but to prove it. Because if you kill Makoto without proving your own innocence, you'll be accepting your own defeat. Yep. And now Makoto's gonna be allowed to live. If you want to earn our despair fair and square, wow, despair fair and square, what a rhyme.
that's what we have to do.
Then I suggest you take my advice. So, what is this advice of yours?
It's true.
To do Mukuro's trial over again. Only this time you follow the school regulations to ensure a fair trial.
It's time for one last showdown. One final battle between hope and despair.
Sorry for almost cutting you off there, Lady Kirigiri.
Hey,
Or should I say Detective Kirigiri? Well, yeah, that would be the end game, because either the mastermind loses and gets executed, or the mastermind wins the game. So it's like the all or nothing, ironically, the final bet of the mastermind. Obviously, the mastermind's not Celeste, but seems fitting. Well, that would make for a proper climax, wouldn't you say? A fair trial, one last showdown, in other words. This would be our chance to expose the true identity of Mukuro's killer, of the mastermind themselves. But what reason would the mastermind have to accept the challenge? Probably just execute me without another word. I think whoever they are, they're excited. They're like, this is gonna be fun. Interesting.
Barrett!
Very interesting indeed. Barry?
What's wrong?
Oh, I was getting bored, so I decided to change things up a little, so time for bear jokes! Now, what you've suggested might be possible. It would certainly make for one honey of a climax.
In other words,
Does that mean you accept?
You guys!
If we do things your way, that'll be enough to convince you and the viewers, right? And it would cause you unbearable despair, right? Then I'm prepared to agree to your terms. Will your hope win out, or will my despair claim victory?
I can barely contain myself!
You really can barely contain yourself. Jesus Christ, Monokuma. Let's have one final grisly showdown. He agreed? And we still have a shot at this.
Barrett!
But this is the long-awaited climax, right? Just guessing the killer is barely a fitting end.
You guys!
So for this final face-off, you'll have to unearth all the mysteries that have been buried here. All the mysteries? That's right, every last mystery that's pawing around the school. If you can do that,
I can barely contain myself!
then that'll be enough to qualify as a victory for you, Jesus Christ.
it's true.
That's what we've been trying to do all along. Okay, well, good. Then let's bear it all. This last trial is going to be stupid. Like, it's actually going to be insane. We have a trial where we have to prove everything. What? Dude, are we really going to be able to get... Man, I don't even know. If you could claw your way to the truth of Mukuro's death and solve the mysteries of the school,
You guys!
then you win. But if you can't do all that, we'll all face execution, right? I can barely contain my excitement. When you learn the whole truth, what kind of despair will you show me? We're as excited as you are, I'm sure.
Listen to me.
When we've uncovered every last truth, how will the ultimate despair reveal their own despair? I honestly can't believe how this has all turned out.
Hey,
Before we get started, I want to clarify one more thing. Do you remember the rule? When one student kills another, that's when a class trial is held.
What's wrong?
I remember that for sure. So what?
hey,
I just want to confirm that is what you said, right? And it's a true statement. Yes. Because if we confirm this, that means it has to be a student. You don't have to be so suspicious. I've said it before, but it bears repeating. Everything is based on the school regulations. And having a trial for Mukuro is no exception to that. Huh? Mukuro's trial is no exception. Then it's part of the regulations? Which would have to mean that whoever killed Mukuro... It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns. Oh, polarizing. I didn't actually catch that one because that actually worked without, like, changing any letters, but yeah, that is polar bear, of course. But okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. What?
listen.
Are you telling the truth? Why'd he go quiet all of a sudden?
Now I'm really angry!
I'm done talking. I got nothing left to say to you. So get lost, would ya? Why so mad? Why so serious?
Whew.
He seems emotionally unstable.
Hey!
Leave me alone. Get out of here. Okay, I'm going. You're really gonna let me go?
Meh.
I don't even care anymore. You're all gonna get your punishment later anyway. I need to start getting it ready. A super duper extra special punishment overflowing with despair. Nice.
Hey,
Come on, Makoto, let's go. Okay. I'm not even gonna do it this time. That's gonna kill me. All right, here we go. wonder if this is about to be investigation time. I mean, we kind of have to tell Hina, Hiro, Tagami, and Toko what's going on, of course. Monokuma's unstable laughter seemed to cling to us as we walked away. Just like that, we were out of the gym. Yeah, I think we have to meet up with the other 4. I could hardly believe it, but apparently it's nighttime as well. Somehow I ended up not getting executed. I still had my life, and we still had a chance. Overall, things turned out way better than expected. I mean, honestly, that sounded like about what Kyoko was expecting, but definitely better than what Makoto was expecting. Once again, I was in Kyoko's debt. Alright, let's talk, girl. Kyoko, thank you. Everything I have right now is because of you.
However...
Don't thank me just yet. The real battle is still ahead of us. Yeah, true.
Whew.
But still, I'm glad it worked out. I wasn't sure if the enemy would accept my proposal. But honestly, why would the mastermind agree to that? I mean, they don't stand to gain anything from a final showdown, do they? Good TV.
So...
They had no choice but to accept. Huh?
Because...
All because of that one moment that the mastermind let down their guard, like I said. So when was it that the mastermind let their guard down?
So...
I wasn't there to hear it myself, but do you remember what the mastermind said? They said they had hijacked the airwaves to broadcast our school life to the outside world, right? Yeah, they definitely said that.
Listen.
What did you think when you heard that? Pretty hard to believe, right? Well, I mean, the idea of actually taking over the airwaves seems so unbelievable.
Indeed.
You don't exactly read about something like that happening very often, so it's hard to imagine. In other words, that kind of thing is extremely difficult to pull off.
However...
And yet somehow the mastermind was able to do it.
In other words...
Think of it another way. There must have been some reason they had to do something that difficult. A reason.
So...
They had to show the world, no matter the cost, us killing each other. Because they wanted to send the world into despair. I mean, clearly that's their thing. They wanted to show the world.
It would seem...
Mastermind has been very adamant about not killing us directly, but forcing us to kill each other. And all their rules and regulations were designed to encourage that. Yeah, that makes sense. If those stupid regulations didn't exist, nobody would have killed anybody.
In other words...
So the mastermind's ultimate goal was to make us kill each other and show that off to the world. But why?
Correct.
Prove a point, most likely. Yeah, about how even the best of humanity, can be turned, even the hope of humanity can be turned into utter hopeless despair, yeah. Prove a point?
Hey.
The outside world has a name for the students of Hope's Peak, right? A certain concept, what, the ultimates? We're talking about hope, right? Or hope.
That's right.
For those of us who represent hope to kill each other and sink into despair. Yeah, I could send the whole world into despair. Mastermind wants the world to see that, to try and prove that despair is better than hope. That's their goal, as the ultimate despair. I guess that's a good reason as to why you've dubbed them the ultimate despair. What? They want to prove that despair is better than hope? It sounds stupid on the surface, but it does actually make sense for someone who's clearly psychotic. But that's ridiculous.
It's true.
You're right. It is ridiculous. Completely irrational. It's the kind of thing that nobody but those who call themselves the ultimate despair would devise. Okay, do they really call themselves that? Like, why? Like, you're acting like you actually found something. That group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. But is that really their only reason for making the rest of us suffer?
Makoto.
I know how angry it must make you, and yet, that same motivation is what led to the mastermind revealing their weakness. What?
In other words...
Because their goal is to broadcast this killing game to the world. The mastermind has had to be more particular than is reasonable about their own regulations. The mastermind simply ignored their rules. This wouldn't have been a game, but a one-sided slaughter.
At the very least...
At least that's how those who are watching this would have seen it. And that's why the mastermind couldn't kill any of us themselves. Bro. But the mastermind did kill someone. Well, I mean, besides Mukuro. I don't know, though. He tried... Like, the one thing that's keeping me off of that, because it is sticking in my head, is that the mastermind did try to kill Mondo. And Kyoko saved Mondo's life.
Indeed.
That is precisely the reason. No matter how much they may hate what I'm doing, I haven't violated... But yeah, I mean, that's the thing. She did violate the rule, though. She did legitimately violate the rule, and that was like... So that's still fine, I think. No matter how much they may hate what I'm doing, I haven't violated a single one of their regulations. Yeah, speaking of that, Junko broke the rules, so she was punished. But in my case, they couldn't lay a finger on me. Hey, Junko, you're pretty dead. Yikes.
Right.
That was so wild. That was so fucking crazy. So instead, they tried to use the class trial, following all their proper rules to get me killed. I'll try to tell you at any point if I feel like my actual prediction has changed. I'm still stuck on Hero right now, but I'll tell you if my prediction changes to someone else. They began a trial that didn't have a right answer, then made me out to be the killer. But even that didn't work.
It's true.
Yes, thanks to you. Due to that failure, the mastermind took yet another risk. They attempted to kill you instead, who also was not the killer. And when that fact was exposed on live TV to the entire outside world, the mastermind had to accept your suggestion.
Indeed.
Prove to the world that despair is better than hope. They have to defeat us in perfect form.
In other
It
words...
would only do the mastermind harm to have it shown that they'd violated their own regulations. But all of that was a hunch, right? And you were still able to get the mastermind to accept your challenge?
However...
Well, it's only thanks to you that we got that chance. Because you believed in me, another path opened up. Still, I can't believe how much of the mastermind's thoughts and plans you were able to figure out. I didn't have the slightest clue.
Wrong.
In the end, though, I couldn't prove any of it. It was just my reasoning. Essentially, I was making a bet.
Whew.
It looks like I got it right. This time, at least, I won the bet. Whew! She let out a quick sigh. I took it as a small sign of relief. To be honest, I haven't been that nervous in a long time. I totally couldn't tell you were nervous at all. You seemed totally confident from the moment we decided to go talk to him. Well, presenting a strong demeanor is a fundamental part of negotiation and persuasion, wouldn't you say? Plus, if I had shown my uneasiness, that would have just made you that much more uneasy. Yeah, you're probably right. How pathetic.
However...
Anyway, we can't relax just yet. All we've done is earn another chance to fight. We have to win this time.
Correct.
Or everything we've gone through will have been for nothing. You're right. Can't defeat the mastermind, it'll cost us our lives. There's no option except to win.
Hey.
Before we begin the final battle, we have to tell the others what's going on. Yeah, that was the thing I was saying. We gotta tell the other four. True, but now we know who our real enemy is. Well, not really. All we have to do now is work together with everyone to destroy the mastermind. Except for one of them might be the mastermind. Work together with everyone?
However...
Is that really possible? Huh?
Anyway,
right now we have to go find the others.
shall we go?
Probably in the dorm somewhere. Shall we go? Okay. Let's do it the manual way. Oh boy, here we go. I assume we're just gonna go to their rooms. So Kyoko, Kiyotaka, Mondo, Makoto, Sayaka, Byakuya. Let's try Byakuya. This is Byakuya's room. Is he inside?
Hey.
Don't think he's here. Come on, we need to keep looking. Alright, let's try Toko then. This is Toko's room. Is she inside?
Hey.
I'm gonna assume it's the same for Hiro and Hina. So I'm gonna assume they're in the dining hall then. And suddenly we were greeted with Skurger at Yagafu, Angie and Crack Aw, Bizzleburruff. You again. Herskazadat, Egg Speller 103.2.1.255. That almost sounds like an IP address. Is he broken?
Whew.
I suppose his emotional instability reached its limit. Or the mastermind just fell asleep on the keyboard. AG3 for some equal sen act 61. Jeez, what the heck?
However,
I wonder what that was all about. I couldn't help but let out a sigh of relief. Hiro or Hina? Oh my god.
Is that Makoto?
Those faces, oh my god, look at Byakuya. Okay, all of these faces. First, we got Hina with the little blush. She looks adorable. Her outfit's honestly grown on me too. Hiro is just like, whoa. Toko actually looks really happy to see us. Like, that's actually adorable. And then Byakuya's like, oh, you're still, hello. Like, Byakuya looks actually like kind of happy too in his own way. Like, about as happy as Byakuya is willing to look.
You guys!
It is! There's no two ways about it. That's Makoto.
Huh? You survived?
Yep.
Jeez. You're like a stubborn little cockroach, you know that?
Yes, I am, Master, and it's so nice to hear your voice.
I'm just asking to make sure, but
Of course.
you're not a ghost, right?
I should have predicted that Hiro would make a ghost comment. Everyone was there, all my friends who had struggled together and survived. As soon as I saw their faces, I couldn't help myself. I started to tear up.
What?
Wait, what's that smell?
What the heck?
Yeah, man, that seriously stinks. It's Makoto. He smells like a wet dog. Get away! Shoo, shoo! And in a flash, my tears dried up. And you remembered what your friends are actually like. Nice to have you back. Are we just gonna talk through Kyoko, or...?
Makoto.
There's no time to indulge in an extended happy reunion. We need to explain to everyone what happened with Monokuma.
Yes.
That was like the most monotone line ever. Explain? Explain what? But it's okay that you're here. What if the mastermind catches you?
It's true.
That's related to what I have to tell you all. I need to tell you all about the last class trial.
Huh?
Last class trial?
In other words,
We're going to redo Mukuro's trial.
Huh?
What? Seriously?
How about that?
What's the point of redoing it? Makoto killed her, right? No, I didn't do it, like I keep telling you.
wrong.
Makoto isn't the killer, and of course it's not me or any of you.
Huh?
Then who is it?
I see.
What she's saying is it was all the work of the mastermind.
Huh?
What? You're saying the mastermind killed Mukuro?
That's right.
It was all an elaborate trap contrived by the mastermind. Makoto spotted the trap in time and did what he had to stop it.
However,
This decision meant that he would be the one to die.
What did you say?
You spotted the trap? Did you, Makoto? You make it sound like it was easy. I just,
however,
executing Makoto, who wasn't the Blackened, is a clear violation of the school regulations. The rules state that only the Blackened is to be executed. The mastermind broke their own rules. Which is why I went and negotiated with them to have the trial one more time.
Huh?
And the mastermind agreed? Does that mean they really did break the rules? They had no choice but to agree. You used the TV broadcast to gain the leverage you needed, didn't you?
correct.
Very observant of you.
Naturally.
I recall what you said at the end of the last trial. When you said, now it's the mastermind that's ensnared. That's what you were referring to.
Don't be mean.
Hey, I'm totally in the dark here, man. For anyone who doesn't understand, you can ask Kyoko to explain it again later. So, knowing all this, what do we do now?
About that.
About who killed Mukuro, right? So our job is to expose the mastermind? But there's more to it than that, correct? Yeah. For us to win this time, we have to solve every last mystery surrounding the school.
Huh?
Every last mystery?
But...
We've been looking around all this time, and we just don't know anything, right?
Anyway,
You probably guessed already, but if we lose this time, everyone dies.
Oh no!
Everyone?
I hate you.
Hey, who said you could agree to those terms without talking to the rest of us? I'm fine with things the way they are. I'm fine living here forever with Master. I, meanwhile, want to get out of here as soon as humanly possible.
anyway,
At this point, the only way for us to survive is to unravel the truth.
Interesting.
In other words, one decisive final battle. A rather interesting development, I'd say.
But...
Figuring out who the mastermind is and how they killed Mukuro and all the school's mysteries? It's a pretty tall friggin' order. This chapter's gonna be fucking wild, man. Oh, wait. That implies that we're in a book. It's alright, we're not actually in a book, we're in a game. Maybe, but this time the trial is different. We know who our enemy is now. So we work together and search as hard as we can. I'm sure we'll solve all those mysteries. I'm not so sure about that. Yeah, because the mastermind has to be one of us. Huh?
I...
Can't agree with the idea of working together with everyone. You can't agree? Why not? I mean, working together with everyone seems like the most obvious way to solve all the mysteries.
Indeed.
That's what I thought too at first. Until Monokuma gave us that little hint of his. Hint? It's a very polarizing opinion, I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students.
I see.
Monokuma said that, did he? And Kyoko's opinion is perfectly reasonable.
Huh?
But why?
So, in other words,
If the mastermind really is the one who killed Mukuro, as Kyoko says, then the mastermind would have had to set foot in this school, right? Monokuma could probably murder Mukuro. There's no way he could have disguised the scene like that.
in other words,
According to Monokuma, the only people who have set foot in Hope's Peak are the 16 students who have been taking part in the killing game. Then the mastermind is... There were 15 of us in the main hall at the very beginning. Yep. I love this panning shot. It's pretty cool. Yeah, mastermind has to be one of us in the shot. Add in Mukuro and you get 16. So the mastermind would have to be one of them?
that's right.
And of those 16 people we started out with, the only ones still alive are the people standing right here. Need I continue, or do you get it now?
What?
You're saying the mastermind is one of us?
No way!
You can't be serious. Wait, we can't say that for sure that's true yet. Monokuma might have just said all that to confuse us.
Indeed.
It's certainly a possibility, but only one among many. The mastermind being one of us is also a possibility. And that is one possibility we can't ignore. Yeah, I mean, they're an ultimate, right? The ultimate despair, so they must be a high schooler. You can't say it's not possible. But if one of us was the mastermind, they'd have to be controlling Monokuma somehow, right? But did you ever see anyone acting suspicious anytime Monokuma was active?
Well,
Maybe they snuck off and controlled him in secret.
but...
That is a good point, though. That's a really good point. How the hell did they control Monokuma? I don't care how sneaky you are, we would have noticed someone sneaking off that many times.
I'm right?
Then maybe Monokuma was on autopilot. Maybe they loaded up all the dialogue and actions beforehand. In that case, there's no way he could have had all those back and forth conversations with us. Well, it wouldn't be entirely impossible if they directed the flow of the conversation. Well, maybe, but still, yeah, that is literally like some Lelouch King shit. Like, if they went full Lelouch, like, fair play to them, but like, Jesus Christ. And Lelouch never did it for strings of dialogue that long either. I guess it's time to go to sleep? There's gonna be a different announcement than the normal one?
This is a school announcement.
Okay, Monokuma.
You've all probably figured this out by now, but at this point, the killing game has now entered true ending mode.
Oh man, we're really making the... Now we're even making visual novel references.
So, in the name of fairness, I will unlock every room in the school.
Okay.
Look wherever you want. Solve the mystery in whatever way you see fit.
All right.
Then we can all meet up at the class trial, okay?
Holy shit. The mastermind is way too exciting. Is way too excited for this. How very magnanimous of him to unlock all the rooms.
That's fine.
The time for talk is done. Now we need to begin our investigation. But I was planning on working alone from the beginning anyway.
In the name of my family.
At this point, I can rely only on myself, on the Tagami blood flowing through my veins. I have no time to worry about the rest of you. Each of you must uphold your responsibility.
Goodbye.
Well then. After making his final statement, Byakuya left the dining hall. Master! He didn't take me with him!
Hey.
Do you blame him? Without Master, the rest of you are like coffee with cream without the cream or coffee. You're totally useless! So bye. With that, Toko trudged out of the dining hall. And now she's gone. And you're gonna go off by yourself, right, Kyoko?
Indeed.
That's right. Which just leaves Makoto, Hina, and me.
You know?
In that case, I'm gonna go by myself too.
Just a second.
Wait, how come?
How about that?
Just wait and see. I'm gonna use my totally awesome spirit power to figure out the mastermind's identity. I don't trust Hiro. I mean, I really don't think he's the mastermind, but he really is my best guess still. I'm still on Hiro right now. I'll tell you when I have a new prime suspect. Laughing loudly, Hiro left the dining hall.
Aww.
Everyone's really gonna go off by themselves? Hey, we could hang out, Hina. I wouldn't mind. What about you, Hina? Guess I'll do the same thing.
But,
I mean, it's not that I don't trust everyone, you know?
I mean...
But up till now, I haven't really been all that useful. I just depended on Sakura and everyone else. You're not useless. If you hadn't been here, I would have died.
Huh?
Makoto! Aw, that's really nice of you to say.
But
still, I know I've been mostly been totally useless.
okay.
So I figure, at least here at the end, maybe I could find something that'll help us all get out of here. And I bet each and every character is gonna find a clue, and without all of those clues, we won't be able to win this game. So I'm gonna go off and do it all on my own. Okay, see you later. Hina was in surprisingly high spirits as she dashed out of the dining hall. Once again, it's just us two.
Indeed.
So you're gonna go off on your own too, right, Kyoko?
However,
Well, don't misunderstand. Just because we're gonna do our searches separately doesn't mean we can't still work together.
so...
That goes for all of us. I think I see what you mean. Doing our own investigating doesn't mean we can't work together in the end. We should just see it as a splitting up to cover more ground. Then we can get back together and share what we found. Yeah, that's right.
So then,
Well, I'd better get going. I have an endless list of things I need to check.
Correct.
Monokuma said all the doors in the school have been unlocked, right? So we should be able to investigate every nook and cranny in the school. We can visit all the places we couldn't go before.
Makoto.
No matter what it takes, we have to uncover the truth. Yeah, this is the end game. Like I said, he said that this is the true ending game, or the true ending mode of the game. By any means necessary. Ooh. Oh, hitting me with the any means necessary line. Oh shit, here we go. With that, Kyoko was gone, leaving only me. I don't have time to waste either. Are we gonna get the investigation? Are we gonna get the metal theme? I have to begin my search. I still can't believe the mastermind might be one of us. That's what I have to prove. I'll prove that the mastermind isn't one of us. I'll expose the mastermind's true identity and solve the mystery of this school. And then we can all escape together. Yeah, the Supreme Six? I don't know. I need a nickname for the Six. If they actually all survive this. Because that's the other thing, too, is that it seems like at least 5 characters are going to die, because certainly what I think is possible is it is possible that the mastermind kills another character. So you have to remember that you are, with the rules, you're allowed to kill up to 2 people in the killing game. So it is possible that in the course of investigating, one of the potatoes actually finds something. The mastermind was like, oh shit, they figured me out, and then they kill him. Investigate, okay. Yep, it is the metal theme. So I guess this is just kind of like endgame investigation theme, because we're investigating Mukuro's sauce. Since in the end, Mukuro's trial is the last. So I guess in a weird way, I was right. There were 5 class trials in a sense, because we're doing the 5th trial twice. I guess I'll start by taking another look at Mukuro's Monokuma file. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. It had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. Body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. Once we find out who killed Mukuro Ikusaba, then we'll know who the mastermind is. So where should I start my investigation to figure out who killed her? Guess I should start with the rooms that were locked up until now. The headmaster's room, the biolab, and the door in the data center with Monokuma's face on it. Also the 2nd floor of the dorms. Yes, and the 2nd floor of the dorms where the gate was down before. That should be open now, right? After that, I'll have to double check the areas that are connected to the murder. Which means the garden and the dojo. Okay, time to get started. Wow, places to check. Interesting. That's actually a truth bullet. So I guess we'll just go in order to the places, I guess we'll go in order of the list. That's probably what the game wants us to do, so we'll start with the headmaster's room. Alright, let's go to the 4th floor. Let's start with the headmaster's room. Wait, no. Yeah, we want to start with the headmaster's room, right? Where's headmaster's room? It's over here. All right, let's see this headmaster's room. Let's see what we got. Oh, man, this is crazy. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Okay. This is the headmaster's room. It's very lavish. I see some... That's supposed to be Hirohito. They're kind of covered. I can't really make out those faces up there in the... up top. This is the headmaster's room. I've heard an awful lot about it, but this will be the first time seeing it for myself. Ah, Makoto, it's you. Oh, and at each place we're gonna find one of the students. That's great. Oh, Byakuya. Interesting, there's the sword. There are trophies and even a shield in the display case. Okay, nothing. There's only 3 other things to check. We gotta check the papers on the ground. There are documents scattered all over the floor. Somehow it makes me feel anxious. Okay. The bookshelf seems really well made. It's filled with files and thick books. And did we talk to him already? Well, you came to the right place this time. Would you like to see something interesting? Let's check this first.
Come on.
Hey, Makoto.
Not possible.
Are you ignoring me? You'll think I'll forgive that just because you're you? Hey, he likes us!
Such ignorance.
When we get out of here, remember this moment. Oh shit, okay. Oh shit, I was trying to talk to you, boy. Oh, for game. Thank you. Well, you came to the right place this time. Would you like to see something interesting? What do you mean, something interesting? Take a look at this. It was on top of that pathetically ostentatious desk. Wow, that's a word. Ostentatious. Class number 78 student roster. Well, I think we knew that Mukuro was part of the roster. Is there going to be any other names that we recognize? Class 78 student registry? It contains oh, no, it's us. Okay. It contains profiles for all of us and Mukuro.
So, in other words...
Apparently, class number 78 refers to us. Wait, when we found Mukuro's profile in Kyoko's room... Yep.
I see.
That's right. It also mentioned class number 78. This must be where Kyoko got that page. And since the rest of our profiles are listed in there along with hers, I want to read the profiles of all of them, including all the dead characters, just in case.
In other words...
There can be no doubt, Mukuro was a student here at Hope's Peak Academy, just like the rest of us. Oops, sorry about that. Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student. That must be how Kyoko learned about it. But it seems that Kyoko was in a hurry. Huh? What do you mean? I'm talking about when she stole it. The uneven tearing to where the paper had been crumpled, she must have been in a hurry. Well, since she snuck in to get it, I'm sure she wanted to get out as fast as possible. What's your point? She was in so much of a hurry that she only got the first page. The first page? Oh, Mukuro's profile is multiple pages? Oh shit, okay. Correct. Mukuro's profile actually contains 2 pages. What?
So, in other words...
In other words, when it comes to this profile, there was more information about Mukuro that we still didn't have. Oh shit. Well, let's hit the reaction. What kind of information isn't it? And yeah, they hit the big music. This is like the Revelation music, too. Why do you ask me to explain every little thing? You can read, can't you? It seems to be some sort of detailed report put together by the headmaster himself. I don't know.
Interesting.
I don't know what kind of man he was, but I'm glad he left us such an interesting clue. I was half listening to Byakuya as I skimmed through the report. Oh, we actually have a look at Mukuro. Yeah, they said that Mukuro was small and like didn't really look like what she was. Mukuro reappeared suddenly, and in the background an entity floats, close but just out of reach. What? The entity known as the Ultimate Despair. Oh! Right now, I can't be sure if this is a single person or some kind of group. Whatever it is, Mukuro definitely has some sort of connection to it. I have a bad feeling about all of this. I need to push forward with my research into the Ultimate Despair. And I need to pay attention to Mukuro's behavior too. This is just my gut feeling, but I think she's dangerous. Despite the countless battles she must have gone through as a member of Fenrir, when she entered Hope's Peak, she didn't display any signs of battle wounds or scars. Wait, when she entered Hope's Peak, that's implying she's already... I'm so confused. That's implying that she already... That fact alone proves her tremendous skill in battle. Naturally, I want to believe her. She is one of my students, after all. If I decide she's a danger to the other students, I will be forced to take all reasonable measures. Mukuro was a part of the Ultimate Despair. I don't think there could be any doubt about it now. But wouldn't that mean that Mukuro and the Mastermind were allies? So why? Why would they kill Mukuro? Plus, even the headmasters seemed to be afraid of what Mukuro was capable of. They would have had to taken her completely by surprise to kill her like that. Or maybe it means the Mastermind is even stronger than Mukuro was?
What?
What's wrong, Makoto? Huh?
That's fine.
You seem to be lost in thought, but I should probably point out one other thing. There's another important bit of information within that file that you should note. What is it? Did you notice the picture in there? A picture of a girl perhaps you've never seen before? Yeah, that was Mukuro. A girl who seems to be included as part of our class number 78. That should be enough for you to figure out who this girl is. Well, it's Mukuro. I mean, their name is right there. And further information about that girl is included in the file. 5'7", 97 pounds, and it even lists her vitals, 31, 22, 32. Okay, let's look at the girls. Nope. Oops. Wait, I actually want to check someone. Chihiro, oh no, they said 5'7". That's way too tall for Chihiro. No, well, of course not. Bruh. 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 $31, $22, $32. $31 inches. Bruh. Well, what do you think? I think I'm so mad. Well, my official prediction on who I think the mastermind is now Junko Enoshima. And it's so funny because I had the thought in the last episode, but I was not willing to commit to it. And now I think she faked her own death somehow. Because I was like, yeah, I was just assuming that's obviously Mukuro because we never saw Mukuro's face, but I guess not. Wait. Whoa, 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 wait. Wait. Wait! Wait a minute! Wait. Wait a minute. Whoa, 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 whoa. Holy shit, theory, theory, theory. Oh my god, this music's going loud. Oh my god, I think I just figured it out. Her face was next to Mukuro Ikusaba. Do you want to know why? Do you guys remember the body had red nails like Junko? The person in the mask, in the lucha mask, I think was Junko. Okay. I'm actually maybe flipping here. I'm actually flipping because I don't actually know. Because there's another person who might be the mastermind. I don't know if this is crazy, but I think the person in the mask, the person that died, was Junko. The person that we are claiming to be Mukuro Ikusaba was Junko Enoshima. But the person... oh, this is what's weird, right? Like, they said there's 16 students. Because I feel like what we're getting at is like Junko and Mukuro. Because Mukuro was the ultimate soldier. And Mukuro, you know, ultimate soldier might be able to do disguise shit. I'm thinking like, is there any way that Mukuro and Junko were the ultimate to spare? But Junko, not Mukuro, is the one that died. And Mukuro is the one that's left. And what I'm saying is, the person who was profiled as Junko Enoshima, this person we're looking at, is the mastermind, but is actually Mukuro Ikusaba. I know this sounds weird. I'm trying to explain it as best I can. The more I talk about it, the less confident I feel. But I'm wondering if there was a switcheroo, because you have to remember that the body that blew up had like fake red nails that look like Junko's nails. Junko was the only character that had those type of nails. So I'm wondering if the real Junko died. Well, that would be wild though. That's also implying that they had like the exact same body proportions, which I don't. Okay, I'm, you know what? Forget my theory, but I officially am changing my current prediction on the Ultimate Despair / or I should say the Mastermind, Junko. She's the only one that died via rule breaking. I mean, it looked pretty final to me, but maybe they somehow found a way to fake it. I don't know. That's crazy, but obviously Byakuya's gonna mention. I wonder if he's gonna say maybe you should take a look at the report cards one more time. What do I think? Are you asking me like if she has a nice body?
Stop talking.
You hopeless idiot. What I'm trying to tell you is maybe you'll want to keep that in mind for later. Maybe you'll make your way back to the corpse and maybe you'll think, oh, could that mean? Wait, is he trying to say there's a chance the body isn't actually Mukuro? Oh. Never mind then. Okay. Wait. Okay, I take it back now. I am now off of Junko. So I was right. The body is Junko. What the fuck? We don't have a frickin' report card for Mukuro, which is annoying. There's a chance that the body isn't actually Mukuro? Is that what he's saying? It did strike me as odd, those damn nails. Personally, what I'm thinking seems all but impossible. But it wouldn't hurt to confirm, right?
It's all clear now.
That's all I was trying to say. What you do with that information is your business. So I'm back to being Byakuya's errand boy. Huh. Oh, and one last thing. It's a bit of advice from me to you, so I suggest you pay attention. Advice from me? For me? You seem to be getting along with Kyoko quite well. It's not that we're getting along, she's just done a lot to help me. Well, don't put too much faith in her. Huh?
In other words,
The cost of that faith might be more than you can afford. It doesn't make any sense for her to be the mastermind. Like I said, I really don't think Tagami, Kyoko, or Toko makes any sense. Like, if it's a living character, it's got to be Hiro, Hina, or somehow Makoto. Like, I honestly think Makoto's more likely than those three. Those three being Toko, Kyoko, and Byakuya. What are you saying? Just what I think. Call it a hunch. A hunch. But my hunches tend to be proven right. The advice is free this time. Take it or don't, as you will. I'll keep it in mind, thanks. So can we look at this ourselves? Class number 78, student registry. Apparently that's us. Sorry, apparently. I always say apparently for some reason. It's a tick of mine. There's profiles on me and everyone I met at the beginning, and Mukuro. Just like us, Mukuro was apparently a new student here at Hope's Peak. Mukuro Ikusaba, part of the Ultimate Despair, which means her and the Mastermind should have been allies. Then why would the Mastermind kill her? Weren't they friends? We're definitely implying that the body belongs to Junko. That's for sure. So I want to go in order of the things on the places to check. So let's go to the biolab on the 5th floor. Yeah, so we're gonna go to the 5th floor biolab now. Let's do some biology. It's bloody raw! Alright, I'm scared to see what's in this room. Whoa. Like a cryo freezer, what the fuck? Well, here I am in the biolab. It's so cold! It's like abnormally cold. I feel like I'm in a giant refrigerator. You are. It's Seriously, why is it so cold? I actually want to click this one because it's freezing. There are icicles hanging from the monitor. And the camera, too. Surprised the surveillance camera can work with how cold it is here. Alright, let's check this one. There's a stack of tarps here. I've been seeing a lot of those things lately. Yeah, you have. The big thing is obviously those things over there. Ugh, so cold. Why is it so cold in here? That's the first thing I need to figure out. What's these things? Oh, well, there's 2 different ones we gotta check. Okay. There's some kind of weird machine or something built into the wall. And on the left side, there's a bunch of glowing blue lights. Sorry, glowing blue lights. But on the other side... Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 4. Wait. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Holy shit. These are dead bodies. These are dead bodies. These are gonna be dead bodies. There's 16. There's 16 and 9 lights are on. And how many people are alive? 6. Plus, I guess... Okay, so the... Okay. So the mastermind... Okay, so alright. Prediction change. The mastermind, or the person we are looking for, I should say, is Mukuro Ikusaba. Because there's 6 people alive, plus Mukuro, because Junko's the dead body. What the fuck is going on? Wait. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, no, that sounds sense. Yep. There's some kind of weird machine or something built into the wall. I've seen something like this before. Oh, that's it. This is the kind of thing in horror movies and stuff. It's a fridge for storing dead bodies. That mean this biolab is actually a morgue? Should probably take a closer look around. Yes, you should. Oh. I think the lighting changed. I think I can... Maybe I can look at these now. There's some kind of weird machine. Yeah. On the left side, there's a bunch of glowing blue lights. Only some of the lights are on. One's on the left. The right-hand lights are off. Yeah, because those are for the people that are still alive. Maybe we can check this now? Oh, there's some kind of booklet here. Okay, I just did that in the wrong order. It looks like an instruction manual. We offer an eco-friendly alternative to standard dry ice for all your cadaver needs. Oh, okay, yep, it is for dead bodies. Yep, cadaver refers to dead bodies. In addition to the germicidal lamps, we also provide an ozone generator for the removal of ethylene gas. Simply insert the cadaver and the blue light will let you know the automated systems have activated. Temperature and humidity levels will be adjusted automatically for optimum settings. With our system, anyone can keep a body fresh as a daisy for as long as you need. In the unlikely event of a problem, the red light will activate and an alarm will sound immediately. The exterior is stainless steel, and we do offer an optional leather upholstery upgrade package. Wow, that's kind of gross. This is the instruction manual for the fridge? But looking around, I think I get it. Seems clear to me now. Some kind of makeshift morgue. Yeah, it's where they keep the dead bodies of the students. The truth about the biolab is in our truth bullets now. And about those lights by each slot. Looks like it's set up so that when a slot is occupied, the blue light comes on. Which would mean inside each slot, lit up in blue, another one of the victims is... Yep. So we're gonna use the fact that there's there's 9 that are lit up and 7 that aren't, which means that there's 1 more student that's still alive. I can't let my emotions take control right now. There's only one thing I can do for everyone who's died. And that's defeat the mastermind. And to do that, I have to continue my investigation. I don't have any other option. So I think I'm gonna check the tarps real quick, but I think we found everything. Yep, okay, I think we're good. All right, so what's next on the list? Ooh, the Monokuma door. It's funny, I think the two things I was most excited to check are the two final locked rooms, which are the Monokuma door. I'm so excited to check out the Monokuma door. You know what? I have this weird feeling because Chapter 5 was we still don't know what the title of Chapter 5 was about. Are we gonna see a shit ton of junk food in there?
Hey, Makoto.
Like, I just have a feeling. Because that's probably the room where the mastermind spent most of their time. Ah, Makoto, are you here to look around too? Is that what you're doing here? Yeah, I can't help but wonder about that Monokuma door.
Yeah.
So I figured, if all the doors in the school have been unlocked, that one should be open too, right?
But...
Although, I couldn't bring myself to open it.
Because
it might explode, right? And that really sucks, so you open it. I'm sure she didn't mean it, but she made it sound like she was okay with me getting blown up. Anything else to talk about?
Okay.
Thanks, Makoto. Probably didn't mean it like that, but doesn't she care what happens to me? Let's do it. Okay, so I guess I'll open it. That's my prediction. We're gonna find a shit ton of junk food in here. I wonder if it's gonna be like a private, like, relaxing room for the mastermind.
Ah.
Oh, wait. Let me take cover first. I don't want to get exploded. I know, my voice for her is completely, like, gone. Maybe I should start going back to kind of my like, stereotypical Valley Girl voice that I've messed with her a little bit, but it's just gone. Hina raced over to a nearby desk and hid underneath it. Okay, go ahead. I'm just trying to be, like, upbeat, happy girl. Everything will be okay, right? Alright, here goes nothing. Threw all my weight into it, but the door opened much easier than I expected. Well, it's unlocked. Oh, shit. What the fuck? Lift potential? Also, paw prints. Or bear prints. Wait. Wait a minute. Is this a fucking submarine? What the fuck? What the fuck is this? Excuse me? This actually looks like... I'm probably... But, yeah, it's got a target. Like, it's a... You know, that target makes me think of... It makes me think of, like, yeah, shoot the torpedo. What the hell is this? Why are the controls, like, pause? Like, actually, what the fuck? What actually is this room? I'm not a submarine expert, but this gives me big submarine vibes. Lift potential, 8253. There's all these different numbers. I'm thinking, like, could any of these be, like, below sea level? Like, underwater, like, meters, feet, yards, miles, kilometers, like, anything? I don't know. Oh, well, I mean, the numbers are kind of too big for some of the things I said, but... also, M-O. Red M and a... Well, that could be a circle, but I'm thinking M-O. And that just makes me think modus operandi. What the hell is this room? I guess this is where you control Monokuma, maybe. But it looks like more than that, to be honest. There's no explosion, thankfully. My first impression was...
Huh?
Whoa, this place is totally sci-fi. Yeah, I was kind of thinking the same thing. What? There's only two things to check, okay.
What the heck?
I mean, every part of this school leaves a bad taste in my mouth, but...
Just a second.
This place is like #1 gross. It's in a whole different league of creepy. Maybe 20,000 leagues of them? What is this device? I assume it's to control Monokuma, but it gives me submarine vibes. Looks like some kind of control panel. It's really over the top, though, like some type of military installation or something. It really is. I'm thinking submarine, kinda. Yeah, it kind of looks like a mech cockpit, right? Hifumi'd probably freak out if he saw it. Yeah, he would. Cockpit. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Oh my god. Could it actually be a submarine? Or like, I guess it could be a plane as well. So the Monokuma room has a control panel that looks like some kind of cockpit. And could that mean...
Okay.
Alright, let's start poking at it or whatever. I'm gonna start pushing buttons. But hold on, you can't just or whatever, something like this. It was too late. Hina was already jabbing away at the control panel.
Huh?
Did you hear that? Yeah, I think it came from the other room. Hina, what did you push? I'm not totally sure, but I think it was that one. The button that says Data Center. Data Center. Take a good look at the control panel. Oh, I wonder if each button summons Monokuma to that room. I saw a bunch of buttons, each with the name of a room next to it. Just like Hina said, there was one labeled Data Center. Yeah, because we just heard the Monokuma pop-out sound. That must be the one she pushed. But the Data Center, that's right next door. The room we were just in, that's where the strange noise came from. Probably better go check it out.
Yeah.
Yes, please. I'm kind of scared out of my mind right now, so I'll just cheer you on from over here. First things first, I want to check this hatch. Some kind of hatch on the floor. Right now, well, I guess I get to check it out after. It's gonna be Monokuma, I'm sure. Did I just hear what I think I heard? Is that Monokuma? Yes, it is. This is the first. Hey! Grrr! Grrr! Give me all your donuts! Oh my god. Oh my god, Hina! Is that you, Hina?
What?
Oh, what? Oh man, busted! How did you know?
Say what?
Anyway, what is this? Some kind of remote control camera kind of setup? You don't even know what you're controlling.
Hello.
Well, I mean, I can't really see anything from in here.
Found it.
I guess what I found? A self-destruct button. Oh, no. Whatever you do, don't push it.
Too bad.
Oh, man. Were you seriously gonna push it? Anyway, I guess that settles it. The room with the Monokuma drawing on it and the control panel side. Okay, it is to control Monokuma. Okay. I got a little ahead of myself there. Can we talk more to Hina Monokuma? No, I guess not. Alright, so let's enter back in here and let's check the hatch now. Jesus Christ, this room is insane.
Ah.
Whoa, hey Makoto, what the heck was that just now? Monokuma.
Huh?
What do you mean? What you were controlling just now, it was Monokuma.
Huh?
Monokuma?
Oh!
What, for real? Yup, it looks like that panel definitely controls Monokuma. Which means the mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this room. Yeah, they were definitely in here. The mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this room. Yep, so this is probably a room that the mastermind spends most of their time in through the course of the game. And this control room is totally separate from the data center area with all the monitors. In other words...
Hey,
maybe the mastermind can't monitor us and control Monokuma at the same time. That's what it would seem like, yeah. Kyoko's theory was right.
But...
the mastermind's been controlling Monokuma from here. That means they've been inside this school this whole time, right? I guess that would have to be true. But if that is true... it's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay. Enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. Yep. And the mastermind, Monokuma's puppeteer, really is the 16th student. No, it can't be. There's no way, right? Well, yeah, because the only person that was away the whole time to control Monokuma was Mukuro. And being the ultimate soldier, I wouldn't be surprised. And they all talked about how this is like a military installation. Dude, I think my theory is actually right. I think that dead body belonged to Junko. And Mukuro has to be the... Yeah, the murderers of Junko. Junko must have been a... Yeah, there's so much going on here. I'm really on Mukuro as the mastermind, which is a really interesting bait and switch, honestly. We have the control room now. What's wrong, Makoto? I don't like that face you're making. Oh no, it's nothing. Oh, okay. Aw, poor Hina. What about you? Is everything okay? Oh, well, it's just... This is where the mastermind's been hiding, right? Who knows if they set up traps or something? Can't say it isn't possible, but I really hope it's not true. It's like... You want to leave soon? There's still lots of other places to check out. Yeah, good point, even though I doubt you're going to be part of any of it. We can't waste all our time standing around here. Okay, you want to get going? Yeah. First things first, I want to check this hatch. What the hell? I really missed my chance to look at this hatch. As soon as the door of the data center was closed, I heard a strange sound. Yeah, that was a strange sound. What was that? It was the damn hatch. Ah, the door, it just locked on its own. What? My hand shot out to grab the doorknob. Holy shit, the mastermind is inside right now. You're right, it's locked, but why? Of course it's locked, because the data center is now restricted, because I'm literally inside it. Monokuma?
Just a second.
Hey, no fair, you can't just go around restricting whatever you feel like.
Hey,
It's for your benefit. If that room stays open, I won't be able to move around. Okay, so the mastermind's literally in there right now. Imagine how depressed everyone would get if the school mascot just up and stopped moving. Then that room.
Yep.
And you may have guessed that's where my controls are. So, right now, you're being operated by someone in that room. Okay, so we can rule out Hina and Makoto.
Yes, indeed.
Correctamundo.
You're a liar.
That doesn't make any sense. We were just in there and we didn't see anyone. It was that damn hatch. Oh, you didn't, did you? Are you sure you were as thorough as you could have been? I tried to be. Damn hatch. Did you happen to check a certain suspicious hatch? No way. Yeah, you dumbass. The hatch on the floor. I'm disappointed in Makoto. Too bad. That was your one big chance and you blew it.
Too bad.
Of course, that hatch can't be opened from the outside anyway, so whatever. Oh, okay, fair enough. Now then, this room is officially restricted, so no more investigating. I'll be relying on you guys to tell the others. Peace. Okay, so... Assuming that all the others are still around, and Monokuma keeps operating while we're all around, that's gonna lock it up, that it can't be any of the 6. Which pretty much has me on Mukuro. Which is weird, but that's what I'm on right now. He's gone, but...
So,
Was he telling the truth? The mastermind was hiding in there? In fact, if you think back to when we got locked out of the control room, that proves it for sure.
Huh?
Then I said we should leave. Well, the hatch couldn't be opened from the outside anyway, right? It's not your fault.
Sorry.
Okay. Anyway, we don't have to let it get to us. We have to stay positive and make the most of the time we have left. You're right. There's one thing I'm good at, it's keeping my body moving.
Okay.
I'm gonna go run around and tell everyone what we found here. Nice, you got me all motivated again.
You got it.
Okay, I'm out. See you later. Hina took off at a full sprint. Holy shit, we really only have one more episode after this. We're gonna do this investigation. It's gonna be trial time, and then that's gonna be the end of the game. Holy shit. It's really processing on me that this is probably the penultimate episode of my playthrough. I have to do what I can, too. It's the only way forward. Alright. Okay, let's look at our truth bullets. I think next we go to the dorms on the second floor, right? Yep. We go to the first floor dorm because we've never been there. Have to remember where it is. I think it's this way. Yep. Oh, finally we can go into the second floor dorms. Yep, the gate's open. We can finally check out the second floor of the dorms. I know, I just said that. Which means this is the faculty dorms based on what Kyoko said. I have to do it. What the fuck? This is the second floor of the dorms? Looks like some ancient ruins. What? Actually, what? Yeah, seriously. Or no, it's more like a battlefield, like a bomb blew up here or something. Yeah, that does seem to be the case, because there's blood over there, but also, like, yeah, all these ruins do imply that, like, it was a battlefield. Huh. Can we... The hell is that in the middle? Jesus Christ. So rubble is covering a lot of what we can actually check out. This looks like a teacher's lounge, or no, I guess this room is a teacher's lounge. Or no, just a... Okay, so there's a few things we can check in here. Just the door, okay, the bed. Let's check the bed. The bed is completely torn apart. I mean, it's not even really a bed anymore, it's just garbage. We got a coin. I opened the door just a crack, glanced inside, and immediately closed it again. There wasn't even a hint of a bathroom, just a big pile of rubble. Jesus Christ, and there's like holes and... Holy shit, this is insane. There's also this, like, almost like a V almost. Christ, that's insane. So yeah, it looks like we can't go in here. The bathrooms seem to be intact. Oh, and there's something over there, but we'll check the bathrooms first. Let's go, ladies. This is the girls' bathroom. Even a place... Really? Oh my god, Makoto, you little bitch boy. Whoa, this is a nice bathroom. There's literally nothing to examine in here. Wow, okay. Fair enough. Okay, so... That is a giraffe coming out of a locker. We will get to that. What else is... And there's a room with another room inside of it. So let's do it with the bloody giraffe. What is this? What the fuck? Yeah, it's like a locker room. This room is filled with lockers. Must have been for the Hope Speaks students who came before us. The class before ours must have used these lockers, huh? Jesus Christ, we can... Jesus! Holy God! I don't think I've ever seen that many things. Christ. There's a metal plate mounted to the locker. Really want to know what's inside, but there's no way. Coin, nice. We're gonna get a bunch of coins, aren't we? Slowly, okay. Can't imagine any way to get this locker open. I'm not even gonna bother trying. This one looks fine. Wonder if I can open this locker. Rattle, rattle. Nope, locked. There's a card reader installed on the door. Must be how you get the locker open. After all, it's pretty similar to the card readers for the locker rooms on the second floor of the school. You have to use your e-handbook to open those up. So does that mean... Well, let's just give it a try. Got my handbook and ran across the card reader. And then... No luck. Maybe only the locker's owner can open it, which means none of us can do it. Holy shit. Holy shit. Makoto's is gonna be able to open one of these, isn't it? Makoto's e-handbook is going to be able to open one of these lockers. I wonder if I can open this locker. Nope, locked. Yep, card reader. Yep. 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 Give it a try. Nope. No, you're wrong, Makoto. One of these is gonna work because you were a student, I think, last year. Like we've been implying that, because that picture, those pictures of the dead students have got to be from the past. And there is a mental thing going on. I don't know what's going on. It's insane, but something's going on. There's a metal plate mounted to the locker. There's no way to get it open. Like, I don't know all the mysteries of the school, but one of the things that's gonna come out, yeah, is totally gonna be the fact that we are, something's going on with us. Like, oh, that's something we might be able to grab, that thing in that destroyed locker, maybe. I think that's just a part of the locker, but maybe not. Looks like this locker is already broken. Oh, there's so many things. Okay. This one. I wonder if I can open this locker. Rattle, rattle. Yep. Nope. I don't think so, Makoto. Nope. I still think one of these is yours, Makoto. Oh, sorry. No, I thought that was a separate prompt, but I guess not. Okay, yeah. Alright, let's go over here. Wonder if I can open this locker, and boop, boop, boop. Same sauce. I still think one of these is gonna open. It's probably gonna be like one of these final ones, though. Destroyed one. I don't think this locker's gonna open. Got another coin, sure. Maybe this one? This one looks pretty pristine. Wonder if I can open this one. Yep. No. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe none of them will open. None of those other ones look like they're still together. Maybe the one on the far right. I need to see it again. There's a metal plate mounted to the locker. There's no way to get it open. Let's just keep going. Can't imagine any way to get this locker open. I'm not even going to bother trying. Okay, I was wrong. I guess... even with all those lockers, I guess apparently we can't actually open any of them. Ours must have been one of the other ones. Interesting. Jesus Christ. Alright, final room. I'm sorry I wasted all that time, guys. I really thought one of those would have opened to mine. Wow, that's a lot of... that looks like expensive alcohol. This room doesn't really feel like a student's room. It has a more adult atmosphere. This is probably the headmaster's dorm.
Correct.
It's the headmaster's private room. Yep. Kyoko.
Indeed.
I've been through this room several times already, but I still have one little regret. So I decided to check it out one more time. Huh? Regret? Interesting. Jesus, everything's like right there, but let's talk to Kyoko. Kyoko looks almost meek right now. She must be thinking about something. I probably shouldn't bother her. Okay, let's go like that. Okay, well, obviously, I'm surprised we can't examine this, but it looks like, and we can't examine the booze either. Okay, I'm gonna start with the chair. That's like seems like the least consequential thing. A leather chair. Can't imagine a student using something like this. It must have been the headmaster's. I don't know, that doesn't, okay. Let's try this one. The desk is home to a computer. Must have belonged to the headmaster. Okay, and then the computer, right? Yep. There's a PC on the desk. It must have belonged to the headmaster.
It would seem...
whoever used this last, it looks like they were very interested in the ultimate despair. PC still has some search results left on it. We might be able to get some info on the ultimate despair.
However...
there's not much, though. Nothing we don't already know.
in other words...
the ultimate despair isn't one individual, but instead points to some kind of group. That group is responsible for the tragedy which happened 1 year ago. They're the worst sorts of people whose driving force comes from despair.
However...
that's all there is. Not much to it, is there?
Whew.
I guess that's the best he could do as a complete Kirigiri failure. Damn, Gyoko! But any information about the mastermind is helpful, right? Appreciate whatever info we can get our hands on.
Correct.
I see. It's a good outlook to have. I do want to read that real quick. The phrase ultimate despair doesn't refer to a single individual, but a like-minded group of people. 1 year ago yep. They're motivated only by despair, making them some of the most despicable people to ever live. So, I've been assuming this whole, I mean, like, it is interesting how they're talking about a group, because I've been thinking it's Mukuro and one other person. I don't think anyone else is going to be part of it, but you never know. Maybe it's even more people. Who knows? Huh? There's a strange gap in the wall. Yeah, this was the obvious thing that was going to be important. I figured the computer might be, but we're definitely going to get something out of this. Is this some kind of design mistake or a construction defect or something?
So...
There's a gap here, but not just any normal gap. I could feel a breeze coming out. A breeze?
Indeed.
There's likely an open space on the other side of this wall. Open space? Does that mean... You mean like a hidden room? I think I might know how to open it. Oh? You know how to open it? Did you figure out some kind of trick or something?
Indeed.
A very easy trick, yes. So easy, I'm not sure you could even call it a trick. I saw a program on the PC that I think controls it. Enter the right password and the door should open right up.
However...
I don't have a clue what that password might be. All we know is it's probably made up of letters and/or numbers. Can't really go from there. You're right, that's not nearly enough to go on.
It's true.
I looked through all his paperwork, all the files on the PC, everything I could think of. I have a guess. Did you try Kyoko? I got a feeling it's Kyoko. Or Kyoko Kirigiri, maybe. I learned more about him than I had any desire to, but nothing that might have been his password.
Whew.
And I think of how much time I wasted on this. Jeez. So there's a hidden room she couldn't get into. That's what she meant by regret? I think we assume that there must be some kind of clue waiting in there. But maybe for her, there's more to it than that. Anyway, if we want to get in there, we need to figure out the password. And if Kyoko can't figure it out, no way do I stand a chance. No, wait, there might be a chance. Password could be something Kyoko wouldn't have thought of or something she didn't want to think of, I bet. For example... Oh, wow, okay. Makoto's just gonna straight up say it. Oh, I thought we were gonna have to figure it out and we'd have to type it in. Aw, I'm a little disappointed that the game's giving it to us. What about your name?
What?
Huh? Oh, sorry, I was just trying to think of what the password might be. I'm sure she hasn't tried it. I mean, it's totally understandable. The way she talked about her dad, the idea that he would use her name as his password. Knowing how she is, I bet the idea never even occurred to her. Do you mind if I try it, just to be sure?
Well?
It's not like you need my permission. If you want to try it, try it. Do whatever you want. Okay. Alright. You know, I'm glad I thought of trying Kyoko's name. That's not it. That might just hurt Kyoko even more.
Hey.
You're worried about me, Makoto. Don't be. I already know that your guess is wrong. Is it, though? I mean, it might be, to be fair, but is it, though? Okay. In that case, here goes nothing. Collected myself, then turned to face the computer monitor. Let me just type the password here. I typed in her full name, Kyoko Kirigiri. My hands were tense, slightly trembling, and as I finished typing it in... Okay, it was Kyoko Kirigiri. Yep. Oh, I want to see her reaction. What? That did it? Kyoko, it worked!
Why?
Yeah. Kyoko. Yeah, without looking at me, she disappeared in the hidden room. She looked grim. Yeah. I'm kind of sad that the game didn't even let me figure it out. Like, it just straight up went for it. Because that was immediately my first thought. Because, of course, Kyoko wouldn't have tried her own name, given how she perceives her father. Kyoko. Alright, let's head in. Oh my god. Oh my god, I see a picture of little Kyoko. And there's a present that I bet is for her. What the this is so sus. Hey, Kyoko? I may as well not even have been in the room. Her gaze was fixed on only one thing. A present. Wrapped and covered with such joy. I love how the bow is, like, literally not connected to anything. That's what made it so unusual. Okay, let's start with this. Oh, god damn it. She was right, it was unusual and she couldn't stop looking at it. No, not just looking, glaring. I guess I have to go straight to the present. There's a brightly covered box here. It seems totally out of place in here. The more I look at it, the more suspicious I get. Should we open it? I'm getting kind of a bad vibe from it. But I mean, we can't not open it. Okay.
Makoto.
Careful, Makoto. Oh, the way she said Makoto, that was different from, I think, any voice clip we've heard. What? You think it's dangerous? No, not dangerous, but surprising, probably. Huh?
It would seem...
It is what I think it is. At the very least. It's not something you'll be happy to see. What? Excuse me? What the hell? Wait, so you know what's in there?
Anyway...
Just don't scream or anything, okay? Dude, I swear to God if it's his head. I swear to God if it's the dude's head. Because I was thinking about that. Like, he's probably dead, isn't he? Are you saying it's something that'll make me want to scream? Okay, I'm just gonna open it. Step by heavy step, I approached the box. Took a deep breath, then took hold of the lid. Slowly, ever so slowly. I swear to God, this is gonna be a severed head, isn't it? Ever so slowly, I lifted it up. Does not look like a head. I don't think. You see, like, it's poking out. Light began to sneak its way into the box. I stole a hesitant glance inside and, oh no. Oh no. There's voice acting. Oh God. And he screamed. Kyoko's advice was no use. I let out a trembling cry. It's a head, isn't it? Oh! Well, I was close. It's skull and bones. And a cracked skull, no less. Oh. Oh my God. Oh my God. I know. Oh my God, I'm almost crying, actually. Oh my God, I feel so stupid. The beginning of the game! Remember the very beginning of the game? When the guy was in the rocket and he literally turned into a skull and bones. That was all that was left of him. That guy must have been the headmaster. That's who Monokuma killed at the very beginning of the game. Oh shit, that's great. Oh, that's brilliant. Oh my God. I can't believe I remembered that, but I also am really upset that I didn't think of that. Oh man. God, but I love it. I love it. It's great. That's awesome. That's so cool. They showed it with no context to start the game, and it really set the tone, but of course it meant something. I kind of just haven't been thinking about that part. Like, that's not something I even really theorized about. I just didn't really think, I don't know. I guess it happened so early before anything that it just really, I don't know. But that's totally what it is. This is Kyoko's dad, or what's left of him. What was in the box? It was bones. Human bones. It was the last thing I expected to find in such a bright, joyful box. I mean, who could have possibly imagined?
I see.
Just as I thought. What? Yeah, it's your dad. Just as you thought. How could you have known that? I mean, there were bones in there. Human bones.
Wrong.
It's not that I was thinking of the bones specifically. I just had a feeling it would be his body. That's pretty much the same thing. A dead guy in a box. I thought it'd be a severed head. I was close. My father. Huh? What about him?
Correct.
What you found in the box. Yeah. Those bones. That body. That's my father. Or at least, what's left of him. Are you serious? This is Kyoko's dad? The same man she's been searching for? Yep. Killed by the ultimate despair. Hold on, how can you know that for sure? How do you know that's him?
So...
Given all the information we have already, that's the only possible answer. So that same person may very well be the mastermind who planned all this out According to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It seems possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in this school right now. Yeah, I guess Alter Ego wasn't wrong after all. It's a very... Okay, yeah, here's a hint. I sure told this already, but this killing game began 16. The only person to take a single step in Hope Speak since the killing game began are those 16 students, because he was killed in Hope Speak before the killing game began. Alter Ego said that the headmaster was probably here in the school. The only ones who were alive at the start of the killing game were us 16 students. When you put those two ideas together, it doesn't take much to assume.
In other words,
That most likely my father was in the school, but he was also dead. That's my assumption, anyway. As Kyoko explained her analysis, she was completely calm. Or no, she wasn't calm. She was only trying to seem calm. Yeah, and it's so much worse because the password was Kyoko Kirigiri. That just makes it so much worse to find his remains here. And also the picture, for that matter, which we're gonna investigate in a second. Said it was just as she thought, so she knew it was a possibility. I have to believe at some point she wanted to be proven wrong. Which is why she never looked in the box herself, even though she had plenty of chances. I know Kyoko said she wanted to see her father so she could cut off all ties. Was that all there was to it? Of course not. It's complicated relationships. I gave up some of that pride. In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do. Would she really give up her pride just for that? I couldn't help but wonder. Jesus Christ, that's a disturbing truth bullet. Alright, let's check inside the drawers. This filing cabinet seems like the kind of place you'd find a clue. I should take a closer look. It looks more like a dressing cabinet. I guess it could be a filing cabinet, though. I don't think Kyoko would like some stranger like me touching her dad's stuff.
hey,
It's fine. Check whatever you want. Are you sure? Okay, then. Went through each drawer one by one, starting from the top. But all I found were piles and piles of unrelated documents. He's pretty dedicated to his job, huh?
well,
It's just because he didn't have anything else. He could have inherited our family business, our legacy. Instead, he left it all behind.
now, if...
He couldn't even handle a job like this. He would have been that much more of a failure. Sure, he couldn't stand the thought of that, and it made him desperate. I doubt it's that simple. Let's check the desk. Headmaster's desk. It's probably hiding some kind of clue, so I really want to check it out, but I really don't want to touch Kyoko's dad's desk without her permission.
Hey,
Don't worry about me. Feel free to look around as much as you like. Are you sure?
because...
Never let anything get in the way of the investigation. I don't. I give her a very, like, very, like, melancholy, kind of, like, dull tone, but I'm trying to add a little emotion for certain parts. It's hopefully it doesn't come off too bad. Okay, then, if you don't mind. See what's in there. Starting from the top, I opened all the desk drawers and looked inside. I rummaged through each one, finding nothing but unrelated documents. But in the last drawer, here we go. Holy shit. It's an e-handbook that can open anything, right? It's a master e-handbook. I bet. Huh, is this... It's an e-handbook, right? And it has a label on it that says, in case of emergency, yep, it's a master e-handbook. I'd found some kind of emergency handbook in the headmaster's desk.
In other words,
Handbook with no limitations, given to the school's ultimate authority, the headmaster. I'm assuming that's what that is. I think you're probably right.
it would seem...
Might prove useful as we continue our investigation. Yeah, we're gonna go back to that other room and open the lockers. Why don't you hold on to it? Huh? But Kyoko, I don't need it. If you don't want it, go ahead and leave it here. Then I guess I'll take it. Is it really okay? Okay, we got the Master E handbook. And now let's look at the picture. This is gonna be adorable. a closer look at this thing. Huh? This picture. Aw, she's so cute. It's all faded. It must be pretty old. Wait, is this a picture of... Hey, Kyoko. Yep. Yep.
Why would you?
Well, this is annoying. I came here to cut myself free of the past, and yet... to now find something like this. So what do you expect me to do now? Dad? Father? Yeah. And I was right. It's a picture of Kyoko when she was a little girl. Jesus. Yeah, she was pretty cute, I'm not gonna lie. Knowing the headmaster had this picture all this time, he must have really cared about her.
Why?
Why? What? I wanted to face him and tell him myself, to cut him out of my life for abandoning me. That's the whole reason I came here. Now he's abandoned me again. Oh, it's true. Oh, it's so sad. And this time he even stole the only opportunity I had to move on. Has there ever been a worse father? Kyoko. Jesus, photo. Okay, why is that a truth bullet? Oh, no, honestly, why is that? Photo, they're both smart. Why is this a truth bullet? Like, I feel like there's probably something to the hidden room present, but why is this a truth bullet? I guess it's to figure out all the mysteries of the school, maybe. Huh. Listen.
Hey.
Listen, Makoto? Huh? Can I ask you a favor? A favor? What is it?
So...
I know it's completely unreasonable to ask you this, and I know it'll only inconvenience you that much more, but...
Hey.
Did you leave? Huh?
Correct.
Just for a little while, I'd just like to be alone for a bit. With the picture, with your dad in his... well, I guess actually literally with your dad as well. Jesus, that's so dark. Kyoko? Don't worry, I'm fine. I just need to calm down a little.
Just a second.
I need to get my emotions in order. You know, Kyoko, you told me before about the relationship you had with your dad. How you're only connected by blood, not by heart and soul. But maybe that picture motivated him. Maybe he hoped to see me again someday. Is that what you were going to say? If so, it's just a theory. This isn't an issue that can be settled with theories. That picture doesn't change the facts of what happened, what I went through. That problem can't be solved so easily. You're right, I'm sorry.
Anyway...
Once I've got myself under control, I'll return to the investigation immediately. So please, just give me some time to myself. Okay, I understand. Then, I'll see you later. Jesus Christ. That was heavy. That was some shit. Is she really okay? Kyoko, it must have been a complete shock to her. I mean, it was a shock to me. Find out what happened to the headmaster? There's no doubt the mastermind performed that evil deed. 100%. We know that as the player anyways. They killed the mastermind. They killed the headmaster. Killed Kyoko's father. They killed him. The headmaster is dead. Jesus. The one leading the Hope's Peak staff, the one who finalized the plan to isolate you, was the Hope's Peak headmaster. That same person may very well be the mastermind who planned all this out. And according to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It seems possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in this school right now. But we were wrong about that. The headmaster wasn't the mastermind. Which means the mastermind's true identity is... Yeah, they keep playing this clip over and over again. The killing game with 16 participants, all of them high school students. Yep. And only those 16 have stepped into Hope's Peak since the killing game began. 15 of us met in the mail hall. Add Mukuro to the mix and you get 16. And including me, only 6 of us are still alive. Actually, 7 of us are still alive because of the freezers. There's a missing body there. Well, no, wait, I take it back again. That's actually wrong. I just realized because there's one because there's still Mukuro's body. Mukuro is the missing, or Mukuro or Junko. I think it's Junko, but whoever's body that is. So no, I guess that's not true then. Never mind. It is just the 6 of us. Okay. So I just realized, yeah, because there's 7, but that includes the dead body that's still, I assume, is still in the garden. Which means, okay, no, the numbers actually do add up. So I apologize for that. Huh. Everyone else is dead. Yep. Sayaka, Junko, Leon, Chihiro, Mondo, Hifumi, Taka, Celeste, Sakura. Yep. Even Mukuro. And there's supposedly Mukuro. Even she's undeniably dead. So the ones still left alive are me, Byakuya, Hiro. I'm starting to roll back towards Hiro, just Toko, Hina, and Kyoko. Only those 6 people are still alive. Then there's no question. Wait, no, that can't be. I refuse to believe it. There has to be some other way. There just has to be. It is interesting, though, the amount that they're pushing the idea of another person being it. I do wonder if that's a red herring or if that is the case. It's hard to tell, honestly. So obviously, the first thing we have to do now is we have to go to this room. The locker room. I wonder if there's really going to be a giraffe in one of these locker rooms. I will die of laughter. And right away, we want to go here. Wait, but what about the emergency handbook I found in the headmaster's hidden room? Yeah, I was waiting for him to... Okay, let's give it one more try. Okay, now I can do it. Took the emergency handbook and ran that across the card reader, and... So I'm expecting to find evidence that these are gonna be our lockers, even though it's from the last class. So what I'm assuming is we're the survivors of the tragedy and somehow we don't even know it. And I don't know how that's gonna all work out, but I don't know. It's crazy. All right, just what I was hoping for. So I assume this is gonna be like a locker for, that would be one of us. Now let's see what we've got inside. This locker is totally disorganized. Hello, heroes. I'm gonna assume this is Hiro because of what appears to be a crystal ball and a bunch of spiritual stuff. I'm gonna assume we just opened Hiro's locker. Whoever it belongs to probably has organization problems in every part of their life. That sounds like Hiro. Okay, we have 3 things to examine. This is a crystal ball. Okay, it is a crystal ball. This is definitely Hiro's locker. Huh? A crystal ball? No, it can't be. There's no way he ever used this locker. It's just not possible. And the other question is if he also could be the mastermind. We'll see what's in the other lockers. Is this a deck of playing cards? No, they're tarot cards. But wait, aren't those used for telling fortunes? Yes, they are. I actually have a set of tarot cards. I haven't opened them though, but I have a pretty nice set of them. It's just a coincidence, right? They're a cool thing to have, I guess. There's all kinds of textbooks and notebooks stacked up in no particular order. Dust everywhere. I have to assume whoever stuffed this didn't do a lot of studying. Not that I can really talk. Trying to act as casual and natural as possible. Picked up one of the notebooks I saw. Oh my god, the handwriting. Hiro's handwriting. But the moment I looked inside the notebook, any sense of easiness I may have had evaporates. The handwriting, isn't it? Oh no, it just straight up says Yasuhiro Hagakure. Or Hagakure, sorry. I think they said Hagakure or something, and that threw me off in the game. Hagakure. What? There was no denying what I saw. Inside the notebook was written Yasuhiro Hagakure. Is this our Yasuhiro? Notebook also contained a large number of notes for a variety of different classes. Which would mean He attended classes here? No, that can't be possible. I mean, Hiro came to this school at the same time as the rest of us. Now, you could argue that given his age, that is still technically possible. And we were all sucked into this evil world. We never had the chance to take any classes. So what is this notebook? Locker notebook. Okay. Now we open this one. Check the emergency. Yep. Looks like locker open. Now let's see what we've got inside. I don't see anything that might be a clue. Okay. No, that's not the one. I want this one. Took the, yep. This thing is practically empty. Is that a, what is that, like a phone? There's just one thing. Oh, it's a pocketbook. Some kind of pocketbook. I don't see a name written on it, so I can't say for sure whose it is. There's some writing inside. It could be important. Don't like violating the owner's privacy, but I better take a look. Looks like a girl's handwriting. All the letters are spaced out evenly, like whoever wrote them was measuring them. Whoever wrote this must have been really meticulous. I can think of a couple people that could be. Hyoko's my first thought, though. Huh? Slipping through the pocketbook, but my hand froze when I got to a certain page. Saw something familiar written in there, words I had heard before. There's a plan to turn Hope's Peak into a shelter and isolate the students here in a communal life. A shelter? Oh my god. Dude, I had kind of given, the way this game was going and how deep we were in, I was kind of giving up hope on my freaking, like, World War, like, theory. But I have to stay. I decided to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly. Just so happens to be the headmaster and my father. Dude, they all got mind wiped. What the hell? Does she remember? So in a different life, she knew all of this. So this is Kyoko. What is going on? He was willing to give me some more details regarding. Oh, sorry. He was willing to give me some more details regarding the plan. Here's what he said. The point is to keep our student prodigies safe and to keep them as our hope for the future. Only their genius can overcome disaster, and only their hope can overcome despair. For the future of our country, our world, it's not an exaggeration to call this our final hope. Jesus Christ, someone, the tragedy, that's what I've been saying this whole time, the tragedy, they are calling it the most horrible event in human history. As dark as it is, a bunch of students getting murdered is not the most horrible event in human history. Nukes getting dropped all over the world would be the most horrible event in human history. I can't believe it. Did I actually get this right? We must isolate our superior youth from the corrupted world to serve as the foundation for a new era. This is the only hope we have. I hope that you'll be willing to go along with this plan. So that's what my father had to say to me. As usual, he made a selfish decision without consulting anyone else. I can't imagine a worse father. Huh. This can't be true, can it? Okay, now I'm a little unsure as to whether or not that's right or not. But I knew it was, and I knew exactly who the pocketbook belonged to. Kyoko. It couldn't be anyone else. But if this belongs to Kyoko, what was it doing in this locker? And what she wrote here completely contradicts what she already told me. She said she hadn't seen her dad since he left when she was little. Yeah? I decided to talk to the one. Yep. Headmaster of my father. Yep. What does this all mean? I quickly scanned the remaining pages of the notebook. I must have been looking for something that would prove me wrong about this whole thing. When I reached the last page, the question mark spinning through my mind just started spinning that much faster. Holy shit. When I looked at it, unlike the rest of the pocketbook, the writing here was messy, disorganized, scrawled. I think it said like despair walks among us, and it did say there's a second despair though. What is this? What does it mean? I have no idea. How could this possibly make any sense? Can I actually read it again? Just the despair walks among us, and so we survive. There's a second despair. Huh. Huh. Okay. Let me just make sure there isn't anything else. Super interesting. That was something else. The more I see, the less it makes sense. Because these lockers, I mean, they had to belong to the previous students, right? So why am I seeing this? Why are there things in the lockers that look like they belong to people here? I bet one of them is even going to be Makoto's. A notebook that seems like it belongs to Hiro, and a pocketbook that seems like it belongs to Kyoko. There has to be some kind of explanation. You guys were going here a year ago, and somehow they've made you forget, all of you forget. But if I want to find that out, I had to keep moving the investigation forward. And I have to believe in everyone. Alright, let's try this one. Yep. Yep. Nope, don't see anything that could be a clue. Alright, let's go to this one. I don't see anything that might be a clue. Okay. And we still got this one. I swear to God if this is Makoto's. No, nothing that could be a clue. Alright. And these are all destroyed. Yep. Oh. I just realized that's there, but we can't examine it. That was crazy. Holy crap, this investigation is wild. But I mean, to be fair, this investigation is literally our last investigation to figure out all the remaining mysteries of the school. So it makes sense that it's pretty freaking wild. It's funny, I really want to use I actually want to use the handbook to check out, I kind of want to use the handbook on all the people's dorm rooms, actually. Believe it or not, I don't know if it'll let me, but... Oh, Taka's room, the door is unlocked, but it has nothing to do with my, okay. Makoto, Sayaka, Byakuya. Yes, he definitely would feed you to the vultures. Toko would cut you up. Toko's room, the door is unlocked. Oh. Okay, so it looks like we're not getting into any of the rooms. I was thinking maybe we could use the emergency handbook to sneak into people's rooms, but that does not seem to be the case. So instead, we are going to continue on our list. So next up is the garden. So based on that, we might actually be almost done. Oh. Oh, that's so weird to see Monokuma on the thing. Alright, garden is next. So I assume Mukuro's still here? No, Mukuro is gone. Okay, so... And there's still 7... Oh, okay. Huh? It's gone. Mukuro's body. It's not here? Okay, now I need to go back to the biolab and check something. Is there even anything to investigate then? I mean, I guess there's all this stuff. We might as well. Sprinkler control panel. They're set to turn on at 7:30 every morning, and Monotuma said that time positively couldn't be changed. Okay. No, I didn't want the screen. Never mind. But I did want this. There are still just the 4 chickens left. Honestly, I'd be kind of terrified if there were more than that. Yeah, that would mean that something went on. All right, let's check out the shed. Don't forget Crazy Diamond. Maybe the body is inside the tool shed. There's still the Crazy Diamond pickaxe. I better check just to be sure. Didn't find anything even close to a dead body. If it's not in here either, then it must be... Could it be in the biolab? That's what I was thinking. But corpses aren't the only thing I need to check in here. There's one other thing. that tarp. A tarp played a key role in another case, so better look into it. I also want to check this real quick. It's that pickaxe. On the handle it says Crazy Diamond. It's the same thing that was written on the back of Mondo's coat. This pickaxe is connected to Mondo somehow. Strange. Okay, no, I was wondering if that could be a truth bullet, potentially. The killer used the tarp to keep the sprinklers from getting the body wet. Which means the killer might have left some clue behind here. Huh? I didn't notice this before, but there's a Saul stamp on the corner of the tarp. Really? Nobody saw that? Are you kidding me? Okay, I'm gonna call bullshit on this one. Really? Neither Tagami nor Makoto actually saw that? Seriously? That's pretty fucking stupid, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't notice this before, but there's a small stamp on one corner of the tarp. It says Biolab? Okay. That's probably the most annoying thing of the game so far. I'm actually a little triggered by that. That's really coincidental that we all missed that. But especially Tagami and Makoto, but especially Tagami. And, like, Kyoko would not have missed that, but neither would Tagami would not have missed that, I don't think. Then this originally came from the Biolab. I mean, for sure Kyoko wouldn't have missed it, but I really don't think Tagami would have missed it, and I'm honestly a little disappointed in Makoto for missing that. That's all I really needed to check here. Yeah. So I'm actually going to go back to the Biolab before we check the dojo. I don't think there's much in the dojo, but... No, let's actually save the Biolab for last, I guess. Let's do the dojo. Because I don't really... I think the dojo will be like one little thing, probably. Ah, there's Toko. Oh, Toko, so this is where you were.
What do you want?
Am I so disgusting? You want me out of your sight? No, that's not it at all. I just thought maybe you'd found a clue. Well, I haven't. I didn't find anything, not one single clue. I figured since this place was related to the case, it would have had to have something, right? There wasn't anything out of the ordinary here. Give it back! Give me back my precious time! We're seeing a lot of Toko in this later stage of the game, and I'm actually enjoying seeing Toko. I love Jill, too, but... calm down, Toko.
What's your problem?
Don't tell me to calm down. Do you have any idea what I'm going through right now? When everyone finds out, they're gonna call me useless, good for nothing. Nobody's gonna say that. Master will. Well, he'd call you useless regardless. Trust me, that's how Master is. I'm not sure I can disagree with that. Yeah. I don't want that. I'm sick of always being looked down on. Why won't anyone accept me? Well, I don't think there are any clues here, so maybe I'm gonna get going. Interesting. Well, why? Why is everything? Are you sure? There's definitely still things to check. Totally imagine Sakura out here using this to train. Let's check number 6. Bunch of wooden lockers in here. We found a clue in here. It was just the Mastermind's attempt to frame Kyoko. There's really nothing in here. Suit of armor is on display. It's extremely Japanese. Well, there's really nothing in here. Okay. Cherry trees in full bloom. Nothing strange about that. Wow. Target seems pretty far away. I'm always amazed to see what people can do with a bow and arrow. True. I agree, Makoto. I'll take my coin. Wow, that's really it. Alright. I guess it's off to the... We didn't get to check the biolab, but we got to check the biolab beforehand. They expected us to check the garden before the biolab, which means that the biolab didn't change. Which means there's 9 bodies in the biolab, which means there's a missing body because there's 6 people still alive. Okay, so I did that out of order, even though the game kind of implied to me that okay. The fact that the body's gone and there's still 7 unused things means that the mastermind must be not any of us. which means the body must have been Junko. Which means it must be Mukuro. Mukuro never died. But there's only one problem with that. Because that's the only problem with that. If the body was Junko's, that's still implying that Junko, they just dragged the body out. I mean, I guess Junko, I guess the argument is that Mukuro killed Junko at the beginning, because to be fair, I do think I remember Junko's dialogue. She did say something like this. She said something like, oh man, I'm trying to remember. It was literally a few months ago. She said something like, this isn't how it was supposed to happen, or like, and I didn't think much of it. I just thought like, oh, you know, because she came off a little narcissistic. She is the ultimate fashionista, but I do wonder if she was because if she was part of the ultimate despair, if the ultimate despair was Junko and Mukuro, right? And then Mukuro just yeeted Junko. Because it's like, well, I don't need you anymore. Like, whatever Mukuro needed Junko for, Junko wasn't needed anymore. So, like, let's take care of Mukuro at the beginning. Or, let's take care of Junko at the beginning. But, like, Junko broke the rules. Like, that's the thing that doesn't make sense to me. That almost makes me wonder. I honestly am starting to wonder if they faked Junko's death, but then Mukuro killed Junko later. And it was a fresh murder, which is why by a student to another student, which is why we're having a class trial. Anyways, this is going to be the end of the episode because, yeah, well, not quite the end. You guys know I end it when we actually get to pre-trial prep, but it looks like we're about to jump into the final trial, which means we probably only have one more episode because, honestly, I don't think I care how long the trial is. I'm probably going to make that the final part. Even if it's like a 4-hour episode, I'm probably just going to... Next episode's probably going to be the finale. And I'm really tempted to record it right now. I really might record it right now, to be honest. This is definitely going to be the end of the episode, but I might record it. Holy shit, it's time for the final trial, and we do not have as much evidence as I thought.
This is a school announcement. Is everyone working hard? Is your investigation coming along nicely?
Oh, is this not the class trial announcement?
Well then, since you're all giving it your best,
Oh.
your generous headmaster will give you a little hint.
Oh.
For those of you who are interested, please make your way to the gym ASA possible.
Huh. Never mind, I was wrong. I guess the episode will continue. What? Now he wants to give us a hint? It's suspicious, there's no doubt about that. This could be a trap. But even knowing that, he said to go to the gym, right? Alright, it's just gonna auto-scroll us to the gym, okay. Hey, hero. He's still probably my backup option. I'm leaning Mukuro. I'm probably like Mukuro 1, Hero 2, Hina 3, and then maybe, and then the other one that's like kind of in my mind is, based on my theory, it's reasonable to assume that somehow that was actually Mukuro, and thus the mastermind would be Junko, but I don't think that's the case, but that's also a possibility. I definitely think that I was onto something with Junko, but I don't think, well, I think Junko and Mukuro are the ultimate despair. I think it's the two of them, but I do think Mukuro's the one that's still alive, not Junko. Oh, and that would fit the pieces of the story back together. Oh, hey, hero. Makoto! Why'd you act so surprised? Oh, no reason. You heard Monokuma's announcement, right? Are you here to find out what he has to say? I just did, actually. I'm on my way out. You already talked to him. What'd he say? Listen, sorry, but I gotta go. Did he say Makoto's the mastermind? Wait, did he say Makoto's the mastermind? Hero, wait. There's no point in trying to stop him. He ran off like a frightened animal. But even if he said that, like, why would the Monokuma himself say that? That makes no sense. Hero? It's like he was trying to avoid me. I was hoping to talk to him about the notebook I found in the locker, yeah. Has he been hiding something this whole time? Maybe. I mean, maybe. I mean, who knows? I mean, I definitely think he's still a possibility. Wow, they're really doing this animation? With just Makoto this time. All right, let's watch it. Hello, Barry. All right, let's do it.
I am Monokuma!
Hello, welcome, hello. Are you ready for your final hint? Well, it just so happens to be the envelope on the ground in front of you. The envelope, yeah, I see it. Can we talk to him any? Okay. No, god damn it, sorry. Here we go, this must be the envelope. And just so you know, I won't be answering any questions about what you find inside. What? Don't worry, just get on with it. Huh. Monokuma's cryptic words didn't make me feel any better, but I picked up the envelope and opened it. What I found was a single photograph. Okay. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Celeste. Mondo. Leon. Mukuro. Sayaka, Yasuhiro, Sakura, Hifumi, Kiyotaka. Interestingly, I do want to note this. Junko, whose face is completely covered, interestingly enough. Chihiro, Kyoko, Toko, Byakuya, and Asahina. Now, so it's interesting. So one thing I'm looking at is I'm trying to look at Junko and Mukuro. And I'm looking at the two of them, and they look about the same height. Now, it's hard to tell how thin Mukuro is. 97 pounds is damn thin. But she might be 97 pounds. Is it possible that they have the exact same height and weight? That's notable. Junko's face being completely covered is funny, but I imagine it's also important. So I have a theory. Junko's face is covered, and because of that, we can't see her eyes. But we can see Mukuro's eyes. God fucking damn it, her eyes are grayed out. God damn it, I wanted to look at the color of Junko's eyes because I feel like her eyes were the same color as Mukuro's eyes right now. So my thought currently, this is my theory and I feel pretty decent about it right now. Mukuro is... The body belonged to Junko, and Mukuro and the Junko we met at the beginning. But that doesn't... It's so confusing because then Junko dies. So it's like, it's so weird. You know? But I feel like what we're getting at is that Mukuro and Junko that, like, Mukuro pretended to be Junko. And then, like, somehow staged her own death as Junko. That's so weird. But, like, Mukuro, what does Mukuro gain out of that, though? Because that's the thing. I'm thinking about this, right? And it's like, I'm so confused because okay. Mukuro and Junko are likely the ultimate despair. I feel like that feels obvious, which means by default, if that is true, if that is a fact, the mastermind then becomes, well, I mean, it kind of becomes both of them, but in regards to this mystery, the only answers then become Mukuro and Junko, right? And you would say, oh, well, if that was Junko's dead body, that makes sense, so it's Mukuro, right? And Mukuro just faked her own death. But here's the thing. The part in case 5 makes sense, but it doesn't explain the beginning of the game. And, like, I'm trying to piece together Junko's death, and, like, it just doesn't make sense. I can't figure this out. I'm also wondering if there's somehow... Because, like, I'm looking at Mukuro, and, like, I'm picturing Junko's face, right? And I'm like, honestly, I'm almost wondering if they're somehow sisters. Because I'm looking at that face. Now, the thing is, it's hard to tell if Mukuro has those, like, same little freckles, but she does have a similar kind of style face. I feel like I could definitely see them being related. This is so strange. I'm so confused. Because I feel like I'm so close to figuring this out, but I'm just like, I'm so close, but I'm not there. Oh, man. Well, let's just continue the story. It featured a bunch of faces I recognized extremely well. It was everyone who'd come to Hope's Peak at the same time as me. Wait, but there's someone behind Sayaka. Yeah, that's Mukuro. She's the only one I don't recognize. Wait, that's not true. I do recognize her. That's right. When Byakuya and I were in the headmaster's room and we looked at that file, Mukuro Ikusaba, then this girl is... Huh. What? Why? Why is Mukuro here with everyone else? And even more than that... Yeah, this picture. It's actually interesting. There is another thing to note about this picture, though, and I assume it's because he's the one taking the picture. But where is Makoto? That is actually a viable question here. Just having everyone here pose like this is weird enough by itself. Wait a minute, is that why Hiro's suspicious of Makoto? And you think about it, Makoto's the ultimate lucky student. Right? That's such a bullshit, like, lottery. They do that in Japan, but even still, that's such a silly reason to be here. But he's the only one missing from this picture. Ooh, just having everyone here pose like this is weird enough by itself. We're all wearing matching uniforms. I don't remember anything like this. Well, most of them are. Some of them can't be bothered. Like Celeste. And Junko, who's got her own kind of version of the school uniform. The sexier one, and... Leon doesn't care, and... Yeah. And now that I'm looking at it, it's not even everyone. Yep, there's one person missing. I'm not in the picture. I'm the only one not there. The picture has all 15 other students, but not me. But I guess that makes sense. After all, I don't remember ever taking a picture like this. I went to junior high with Sayaka, but the first time I met everyone else was when I arrived here at Hope's Peak Academy. That is true, but when you arrived here, at least the first time, it's not the same, it's not the time you're thinking of. Or it could have been, but then you might have lost a year in between those two. I don't know. So it's natural for me not to be in this picture, but what's definitely unnatural is that everyone else is in the picture. I thought everyone was like me and didn't know each other till they got here. But if this picture is real, could that mean? Could it be? Everyone else And just me? Everyone here except me is... Does Makoto think that they're all the ultimate despair? I will say, that would be ridiculous, but what I will say, single individual but a like-minded group of people. That would be interesting. I can't imagine that's the case, but there are 5 people in this picture, which is interesting to consider. I don't think that means anything, but it's interesting. Woohoo! How long are you gonna keep up this rambling soliloquy of yours, Hamlet? Nice.
What are you gonna do?
You're kind of getting in the way standing there, you know? So, I mean, get out! But...
How strange.
I told you I'm not fielding any questions.
Unbelievable.
What kind of mystery would this be if I gave you all the answers? That'd be totally out of left field. Doug Retitsar at 2E less than 3. Or actually, I guess it's more than 3, right? Yeah, I guess it's more than 3. So not quite love. I guess that means he's done talking. Damn it! That is a very important truth bullet. What the hell? Are we gonna get the... So in the end, all I found in the gym was even more confusion. With that confusion in hand, I left the gym. I'm so confused now. Because it's like, I'm almost positive it's Junko or Mukuro. But neither makes sense. Like, I feel like there's like parts that it has to be Junko and there's parts it has to be Mukuro. And I just can't figure that part out. And like, I have this thought that like Mukuro was Junko because Mukuro looks like Junko. And I'm just so confused. Dude! Oh my god. Remember in the beginning, in the prologue, Jesus Christ, I'm going back to the prologue again because that's the thing. Junko died so early. Dude, there's a moment where, like, when we first meet Junko, one of the first things that come up is like, wow, you don't look as pretty or you don't look as, like, fantastic as you do in the magazines. And Junko says that they're, like, photoshopped to hell and back. That, like, they're like, digitally made with computers and junk. And that made sense. That felt natural. But I almost wonder... Oh my god. Dude, the whole, like, Mukuro is Junko thing, or Junko... Wait. Okay, wait a minute. Wait. Wait a minute. So let's say that Junko is the mastermind. Junko's all set up to do her Monokuma thing. 15 students enter the class. Mukuro Ikusaba being one of those 15 students, disguised as Junko. So the Junko we met at the beginning of the game was actually Mukuro, and then the real Junko kills Mukuro, betraying Mukuro. Junko's death was real, but it wasn't Junko who died, it was Mukuro. Now this is where it gets insane. This is where I don't even believe this because it's so out there. So Mukuro dies, I guess, second, right? Because Junko was, if I'm remembering correctly, Junko was after Sayaka died, but before the trial where Leon was executed during Chapter 1. So I believe Junko was the second character to die. I don't know exactly why Mukuro decided to step on the bear. I don't know what that was about, but I don't know if that was to, like, play up the character of Junko. I don't really know what was going on there. I still can't explain that, why, in this hypothetical, why Mukuro did that. But here's my thought. Because you also have to remember, Mukuro's the ultimate soldier. It would have been very difficult to kill Mukuro, and they even said you have to completely catch her by surprise. Well, obviously, if the Junko we knew was actually Mukuro, we would have seen that fact that, holy shit, that was insane, right? Like, that was wild. Mukuro dies, right, at the hands of Monokuma, hypothetically Junko. So then later in the game, the body that blew up was the body of quote-unquote Junko. But that was Mukuro the whole time. So the body that died, so the initial thought that that was Junko's body, in essence, is correct. But that was never Junko in the first place. I know I sound crazy, but I hope you guys are following me. What I'm trying to say is we have never met Junko Enoshima. The Junko Enoshima we met was actually Mukuro Ikusaba. The body was, in fact, Mukuro's. But we're about to get red herringed to shit, because I think we're going to reveal that the body actually belonged to Junko, because Junko is 5'7" and 97 pounds. Oh, I can't even... Oh, for whatever reason, I can't even access... Oh, I hope my controller's still working. I don't want to test it. I don't want to press X yet, so I don't want to test it. But so now I have a theory, and I don't know if I should go with it, but I think I will. I think I have officially now I don't know if this is like my fourth change of pick on who the mastermind is, but I think Junko's the mastermind. And if I just crack that, one, I'm a genius, but two, Jesus Christ, game. Like, I feel like they're giving us a lot of hints. I think they are trying to help us. I think the game does want us to figure this out, but it's complicated. But what I will say, part of the reason I've come to this conclusion, though, is because if I'm reading this right, the only possible people that could be the mastermind are Junko and Mukuro. They seem to be the only people who could hypothetically be the mastermind at this stage, with what we've learned in this investigation. And you're supposed to rule out Junko because she's dead. And there's even supposedly evidence to prove that fact. And I think that's why it's Junko. Because Mukuro, it sounds weird to say it, but I think Mukuro at this stage, heading into the trial, I don't even know how much investigation we still have left, I think Mukuro is too obvious. And I still don't think it... And I think at this point, it has to be the other person who's alive, because we know that 7 people are alive. Now, I hope I didn't completely confuse everyone, but I think I might have maybe figured it out. How's that count? It made us even more confused. Oh no, my controllers just stopped working. That's great. Okay, it works now. Is that what Monokuma was going for? No, what the it happened again. What the hell? Did he put together a fake photo just to confuse me? No, but it looks so real. So full of life. How could anyone fake that? Which would mean everyone but me. Maybe I should just ask everyone directly. That should clear all this up. No, it won't. No, I have to clear all this up. That is true. Dude, this investigation is insane. Okay, let's go to the map, see if we can find everyone. No. Okay, archive. Sure, let's start with Tagami then. I love this song, it's so good. I love the original one, but this one's even better. Let's talk to Tagami. Oh, Byakuya. Yeah, he's suspicious. Listen, do you think we could talk? Byakuya?
That's enough.
I have nothing to talk to you about. Don't talk to me as if we're friends. Hey, Byakuya, wait! But of course he didn't, he just walked away. What the? Why was he acting like that? Like he was purposely trying to avoid me. Okay, if it's official, Tagami thinks we did it. We already know Hiro thinks we did it. Oh, I don't even know why I'm bot. Why'd I even? God damn it. Whatever. Map. All right, let's talk to Hiro next. Hiro definitely thinks we did it. Hey, Hiro. Hey, Hiro. Makoto! What's going on with you? Every time I see you, you freak out like that. No, No! Sorry. Sorry, but I'm in a big hurry, man! Once again, he ran off like a terrified rabbit because he thinks I'm the mastermind. Hiro, what's wrong? I'm surprised that Makoto can't figure it out. I still wasn't able to talk to him about the notebook I found. It was like he was avoiding me. Like he was afraid of me. Why? I guess it is if you look at how that whole thing was staged with him being accused as the Black End and then revealed to not be the Black End supposedly after miraculously surviving the murder or the execution thanks to what was supposedly alter ego. Like there is a lot of coincidences there in the trial where I could see why they'd be suspicious. Oh, so this is to get to Toko, but okay. I decided to visit the biolab one more time. First thing I saw when I got there was her passed out again. Okay, so we're about to get Jill. Huh? Toko? No, it's just because she saw blood. Oh, she opened one of them. Let's check Toko first. Toko, are you okay? No. No! She's not dead, is she? Nice to see you again, my lovely murderous fiend. Ah! Ooh! Wah! Shouts to Roman Reigns. It's cold. It's super cold. It's so cold. I think I might catch cold. Hey, as long as you're not catching COVID. If you keep taking naps in places like this, I'm sure you will.
I see.
What? I was asleep? Ah, I must have fainted again.
Uh-huh.
I bet you were standing there staring at me, getting all excited, weren't you? No, I wasn't. Oh.
Have you reached that certain age?
Oh, then what? Hot and bothered? Straight up horny? Okay. So, why did you pass out? I mean, maybe I would, but not Makoto. I don't know. Last thing I remember was me waking up just now. What do you do to Miss Morose? Morose? I have no idea. I actually don't. I definitely have seen that word before, but I don't actually know what that word means. Oh, that's right. Your memory stops and starts each time you switch. Bingo bazinga! We share some basic knowledge, but our memories are very much separate.
You SOB!
And don't say it like it's a bad thing. It's a blessing as far as I'm concerned. Because even if she forgets something, I totally remember.
Yes!
So it's like double the memory. No, it's more like half. Wait. No way. No way. One of them remembers what happened. Either Toko or Jill. Probably Jill. I think Toko would have said something. One of them remembers. Oh my god.
Huh?
But all I want to know right now is, where's my little darling? Tell me now or I'll slit your throat. I don't know. I'm sure Byakuya's around somewhere doing his own investigating.
Yes.
By himself? I assume so.
Oh, I'm on fire!
I knew it. I totally knew it. I'm a total pro when it comes to all things master. Yeah, I would be drooling with my tongue sticking out like 5 feet, but you shouldn't do that, especially given how cold it is. Anyway, I gotta hurry. I can't even imagine how lonely he must be right now. Always a pleasure, Genocide Jill. Kyoko shot off, her eerie laughter echoing behind her. I totally forgot to ask her about the picture. There's no point asking Genocide Jack anyway. Actually, she is the person I think you need to ask the most. Besides, I have more important things to do right now. Why did Toko faint? Gotta be some reason for it. Yeah, it's right here. The fridge, it's open. I'm sure they were all shut tight last time I was here. Kyoko? That must be why she passed out. Yep.
Right.
She faints so easily. Kyoko?
Makoto.
It's getting late, isn't it? Are you okay?
Indeed.
I'm sorry if I made you worry. No, you don't have to apologize.
Listen.
But listen, about this room. Oh yeah,
It would seem...
it's a morgue. Yeah.
I knew it.
I suspected as much. And Toko must have looked inside the fridge, seeing what was in there, and, well, there you have it. You knew she fainted?
Indeed.
I was on my way here when Genocide Jack came running past me. I assumed she must have sneezed, but once I got inside, the real reason became clear.
It would seem...
I imagined she came here to investigate, and when she opened the slot there, that's when she saw the body inside and dropped like a bag of rocks. Why has everything got to be so difficult with her?
Anyway...
We should close it up. Don't want to leave it hanging open like that. Yeah, good idea.
Makoto.
Give me a hand with this. Kyoko approached the fridge, hands outstretched. But suddenly, she stopped. What's wrong?
Listen.
Maybe we should wait a sec before closing it. Second. Huh? How come? Because Mukuro's body is in here. Mukuro's corpse? Mukuro's body is inside the fridge?
I see.
Just like every other time, the master probably brought it up here while we were in the class trial. The mastermind did it. Because they assumed we wouldn't be doing the class trial over again, I guess.
So...
You may be right. Either way, now I can finally get a good look at the body. Oh, that's right. Kyoko didn't get a chance to check the body during the last investigation, and she's gonna piece together some things because of the nails.
Makoto.
I need to do my own examination of the corpse as soon as possible. I'm going to find a clue this time, and I'm going to grab the mastermind by the tail. It's the nails. Okay, so what should I do? It's the nails, but the Fenrir tattoo does confirm that it is in fact Mukuro. But it was Mukuro pretending to be Junko. I really think Junko's the mastermind. It's wild, but I think I flipped back to Junko. I had that fleeting thought in the last episode, but I really think Junko did it. It's gotta be Junko or Mukuro, right? But again, my theory is based on the idea that we've never met Junko. That the Junko we met at the beginning of the game was Mukuro. But then, it's still a faked death. No, that doesn't make sense. Or does it? I don't even know. Okay, I'm really waffling now. Because either way... Okay, so what we're saying... Okay. So if I'm right, the person that tried to kill... us in chapter, 4, I think, was the real Junko. That would mean the person in the mask was the real mastermind. It would have to be. The person in the mask was the real mastermind, but the masked corpse was actually Mukuro. Okay, so what should I do?
So then...
Why don't you just wait over there? I'll let you know as soon as I'm finished. Just wait over there, that's it. Ask Kyoko about that group photo. After all, she's in it too. Don't let me interrupt your investigation, but I wanted to talk to you about something. What is it? It's about that announcement Monokuma made earlier.
Whew.
You mean the one about a hint or something? I didn't take him up on the offer. Huh? Why not?
Because...
The only reason he'd give us a hint at this point would be to confuse us, to cloud our judgment. Solve this mystery on my own without whatever hints he may have to offer. That's a good point. Wish I could go back and do the same thing, but what's done is done, I guess. Standing here looking at her, I don't think she's hiding anything from me. Is she right? Did the mastermind forged the picture as a trap to confuse us? It's definitely a trap to confuse us, but it's not forged. That's gotta be it. There's no other explanation. There is. It's a fridge meant for storing dead bodies. Can't do it. I can't look inside. Already looked through this instruction manual, more importantly. You know, I think I've seen a tarp like this somewhere before. Yep, the biolab tarp, yep. It's the same as the one I found in the garden tool shed. If I remember, that tarp, it had a stamp on it that said biolab. And that's the tarp that was used to help camouflage the murder in the garden. At some point, someone got it from the biolab and took it over there. Oh, that's what we needed. Okay. Is she done now? Same dialogue.
Whew. Because...
Huh. I don't have time for this. Let me guess, I don't have time for this. Yep. Can't leave. What the fuck am I supposed to do, though? Fridge meant for storing dead bodies. I can't do it. Can't look inside. What the hell am I supposed to do? Okay.
Because...
Maybe I could still examine the other... Oh yeah, okay, I can still examine this. Alright, that's what I need to do. Sorry about that. On the left side of the refrigerator, a bunch of blue lights are on. But these ones aren't.
It would seem...
The blue light comes on when a slot is occupied. When someone's in there, the blue light comes on. Looking around, the number of lights that are on, including Mukuro's, are 9. Which means there's 7 people alive. 9. 9 lights. There it is. There it is. That's what I've been waiting. That's what I'm talking about.
Whew.
Okay, Makoto, I'm done. Already? Jeez, that was fast.
Indeed.
Anyone can do good work if they go slow. In that spirit, I'll make my report brief. So, did you find anything?
Indeed.
Paid careful attention to the wounds and the traces of blood. Seems highly likely that this is Mukuro Ikusaba. Oh no, the stomach wound and blow to the back of the head were inflicted after death. Also, wounds that were a few... I think they said there were wounds that were a few days old all over her body, and, you know, Junko got wrecked by Gungnir. Really? The burnt tissue made things a little difficult, but I'm completely confident in my findings. So that means neither of those were the fatal injury, right? Then what was the fatal injury? Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. It had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. Body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. Okay. So I think this confirms that the body is Junko. The question now is the body the real Junko, which would mean the mastermind is Mukuro, or is the body Mukuro disguised as Junko, which would make the real mastermind the real Junko? I think this completely locks in the idea that it's either Junko or Mukuro. The only other option is those other wounds, but the file said they were old.
Is that right?
Where does it say they're old? Huh?
Because...
All the Monokuma file says is that they were inflicted at least several days ago. I guess I don't see the difference.
Wrong.
The difference is immense considering the impression they give.
Listen.
You seem to be equating several days old with simply old.
However,
It doesn't quite follow logically. Old wounds makes it sound like they've been there forever, like they're not related to the murder. Are you saying they are? But we all got the Monokuma file right after she was killed, right? So if the wounds were at least a few days old, there's no way they could have had anything to do with it. They were the murder wounds. They were the wounds of Gungnir.
so then,
But what if Mukuro herself wasn't killed within the last few days? What?
at the very least,
Certainly you can allow it as one of the many possibilities, can't you? One of many?
right.
The detective doesn't have supernatural powers. There's no way to predict the answer from the beginning. Instead, the ideal detective begins by imagining as many possible scenarios as they can, and then one by one you rule out the impossible, and whatever's left must be the truth. That's a classic Ace Attorney line.
In other words,
They envision these possibilities without prejudice, without bias, using only their logic and common sense. Then, as they investigate, they test what they find against each of these possibilities. Of course, me telling you this doesn't mean you'll be any good at detective work, but beyond using that to solve this particular mystery, you should keep it in mind for the future. Interesting.
hey,
So I want to read Kyoko's account, because that was kind of weird, to be honest. If anything else you'd like to know about the condition of the body, now's the time. Come to think of it, there was one thing. Earlier when I was looking at Mukuro's profile, it listed her height and weight.
so,
5 foot, 7 inches, 97 pounds. Vitals were 31, 22, 32. Did I get all that right? You remembered all that. They are indeed consistent with the corpse. So then,
indeed,
don't forget about the Fenrir tattoo. There's absolutely no mistake.
indeed.
Our victim in this case is, without a doubt, Mukuro Ikusaba, which means the ultimate despair mastermind final boss has to be Junko. Yep. Which means the Junko we met was Mukuro. It looks like I thought I might have been a little crazy. I thought I was jumping the gun, but I think I actually got it.
And,
Is that all you wanted to ask? Yeah, I think so.
so then,
It looks like we have no further business with Mukuro's body. Let's get going. It's kind of chilly in here. Oh, wait. Are we not going to put the body back? Don't you think it's kind of sad leaving it out like this?
why?
Sad? Did you forget? She was our enemy once. A part of the ultimate despair. But she still got killed. She's still a victim.
Hey,
You ever heard the phrase, you reap what you sow? Well, yeah, but still. Damn, Kyoko's like, fuck this bitch. She is at least partially responsible for 8 other people dying, so Kyoko's like, fuck that.
whew,
You really are naive, you know that? It's really quite appalling. But she could have abandoned me, but she decided to help me instead. So for someone like that, what does it mean to be naive?
so then,
I think we've done all we can do here. Back to our separate investigations, yes? Ah, hold on. So I have one more thing to do. Something I need to talk to Kyoko about. I need to ask her about the pocketbook I found in that locker. I don't do it now. Hey, Kyoko. I did have one last thing. I know I shouldn't, but I feel like I have to ask.
what?
Go ahead then, out with it. Have you really not seen your dad even once since you got here?
What? So,
What do you mean? Well, you know all those lockers on the second floor of the dorms?
indeed.
I do, yes. But to get into any of the lockers, you need the handbook of whoever the locker belongs to. Actually, I managed to get them open using the emergency handbook.
I see.
The one you found in the headmaster's hidden room.
And,
So, did you find anything worthwhile in the lockers? I found a pocketbook, and after looking through it, I think it must be your pocketbook.
why is that?
What makes you say that?
Because...
Like I said, only the locker's owner should be able to get into it, right? I can't imagine those lockers belong to any of us. After all, we only got access to that area just recently. What I'm saying is, there's no way I could have had access to any of those lockers. At least not during the killing game, but before it, maybe a year before it. And if I did have a pocketbook, why would I bother putting it in a locker? Everything you just said makes perfect sense, but there was something written inside. It was about the headmaster, about your father.
What?
Oh, that face. It's such a great sprite.
If that's true...
Could that mean that video is real too? Oh, her video! Video?
Makoto.
I think everything is finally starting to fit together to reveal a cohesive picture. I'm so curious, what was her video? Oh man, we're actually bringing up those videos again from chapter 1. Although, I'm afraid that picture might be worse than anything we could have imagined. What are you talking about?
I
need to go investigate those lockers right now. I need to confirm what you just said with my own 2 eyes. Oh, let me give you the headmaster's handbook. That way you can, I assume her key works.
So...
That won't be necessary. If I'm right about this, I shouldn't have any problem opening the locker with my own handbook, yep. After all, it would seem that it's my locker. Your locker?
Makoto.
If we watch this, it'll all make sense. Class 78, urgent interviews. A DVD. It says Class 78, urgent interviews.
So...
Found it in that hidden room after you left.
Anyway...
Don't have time to explain exactly what I think it means, so just watch it and see for yourself. I think you'll realize exactly what it means. Oh, I'm so excited to see this. You'll understand why you found my pocketbook in a place none of us have ever seen before. Dude, what the fuck? It's funny, I'm almost starting to wonder if these are actually cryogenic freezers that are being used as morgues things, but really they had all their bodies and somehow I don't even know. That can't be it. That's too ridiculous, but I think my theory about the end of the world might not be that far off. Like, obviously there's people out there that are alive, but you know, those people who are just in despair and the ultimate despair are trying to completely destroy any hope they have left, I guess. That's my guess. And that would explain the air purifier or whatever it was in the chem lab. Was the chem lab? I think it was the chem lab. No, it wasn't the chem lab. It was a lab. There was a lab. It was the lab with that crazy device. That would explain why there's absolutely no access to the outside world. It's to keep the air clean and everything in here. You'll understand why you found my pocketbook in a place none of us have ever seen before. None of this makes sense right now. But I guess that means there's some important clue on this DVD. Interview DVD.
Makoto.
Oh, and now it's my turn. Do you have a second to listen to me ramble? Ramble?
In other words...
So as it turns out, the arrangements I'd made didn't stick. What I mean is, I'm less and less sure of everything, even my own feelings. You're talking about your dad, right? I can never find the answers to the questions I wanted to ask for the rest of my life, and all because of the mastermind.
However...
There's one thing I am sure of. When it comes to the mastermind, there's no room in my heart for forgiveness. I swore to destroy the mastermind. This is just one more reason to follow through on that. Yeah, so now both Kyoko and Byakuya have swore to destroy the mastermind. I'd love to see them, like, tag team his ass. Well, it's funny, I said his ass, but I actually think it's Junko, so... I don't know. That was like a Freudian slip right there. I've been saying they this whole time, but I say it his ass. And I don't even think it's a guy, I really think it's Junko. That's so funny. Kyoko's eyes burned with the fire of determination. Determination to defeat the mastermind. That was an interesting sound. It's strange to be confronted with his death and suddenly feel this way. I couldn't care less if my father had found happiness.
Why?
So why does it bother me so much to know how he suffered? It's ridiculous. There's just no understanding it, I guess. She let out a small laugh as she said it, but her smile was filled with sorrow.
Whew.
So, that's it for my rambling. There's still much to do before I can consider my task complete. Yeah, you're right.
Hey,
Keep this in mind. There's only ever one absolute truth. Whether that truth serves justice or suffering, whether it's the greatest truth or the worst. What do you mean?
Makoto.
Even if the truth you uncover is filled with hopelessness, you still can't give up hope. Absolutely not, because all I can do is keep moving forward. It's pretty much all I'm good at, you know? Indeed. Sorry if that was strange. Yeah, the whole I must stay here, I must not leave, I must stay here, that just adds to the idea. I really think I got the theory.
So then,
Anyway, I need to get going. I'll see you at the class trial. Leaving behind that final farewell, Kyoko was gone. Better but get going myself. Got that DVD from Kyoko. Should head to the AV room to check it out. Kyoko said something about hopeless truth. No matter what happens, I won't lose hope. Even if it's the worst truth in the world, like nuclear war. I can't afford to lose. I have been so bullish on this theory about nuclear war or something similar to that. The tragedy cannot be the goddamn... There's no way the tragedy is the freaking... Yeah, there's no way the tragedy is just a bunch of kids getting murdered at the school. Like, as dark and as messed up as that is, that's not dark enough to be the most awful event in human history. You're telling me that's worse than a world war? Holy shit, so it should be right here. Oh, I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous. This is so... my hands are getting a little sweaty even. This should be able to play DVD... They're not really, but... This should be able to play DVDs... Well, they actually kind of are. I don't know. This should be able to play DVDs just fine. Well then, I'd better take a look. Took the DVD Kyoko gave me and put it in the player. Holy shit. Holy shit, here we go. Said that it was playing, but nothing appeared on screen. Stared into the black of the monitor. Must have only been a few seconds. To me, it felt like an eternity. And then, all of a sudden, which student is it gonna be, or is it gonna be Kyoko's dad? An image appeared. Ah, Sayaka. Yep. Sayaka? It took me by total surprise. I hadn't seen Sayaka in who knows how long, and there she was.
Okay then, are you ready to begin?
Oh, that's Kyoko's dad. The voice I heard was of the man positioned on one side of the screen. The voice of a middle-aged man.
I do apologize, but I hope you don't mind if I record our conversation. I'm a little slow, you know.
Damn.
I never really got the hang of taking notes while having a conversation.
Huh. Sounded like he was trying to make a joke, but Sayaka's tense face didn't move a single millimeter.
So this video is meant to serve as a kind of contract substitute.
Okay.
It's not that I don't trust you guys. It's more like insurance. So please don't worry too much.
Okay.
Now then, let me get straight to the point. There is a chance that you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school.
Huh. And they all agreed to it, didn't they?
Can you accept that?
You want me to accept that? Sayaka was obviously at a total loss. Made total sense. Who would agree to spending the rest of your life in this school? Accept. What?
Thank you. And I'm sorry about all this.
Nuclear war, I'm telling you.
Well, I can promise you that I will do everything in my power to keep you safe.
Nuclear fucking war.
As the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, I give you my word.
Oof. That's a big oof. As if on cue, that's where the video cut out. Oh, it was just Sayaka's? Oh, okay. I wish we got to see all of them, but... There was a lot I hadn't understood up till now. But this, only this... I simply couldn't comprehend what I'd heard. Because I know how much Sayaka wanted to get out of here, yep. I know how much she wanted to escape and pursue her dream with her friends again. In that reality, though, in the real world, I bet they were all already dead, and she was the only one left. She wanted that so bad, she tried to frame me for murder. So why? Why would she say yes to living here for the rest of her life? Because she had her memories. So I sat there thinking about it. I noticed a sudden light. On the monitor... Oh, it's going to be the rest of them! On the monitor, the video that I thought was finished flashed back on screen. My story back to the screen. It's going to be Makoto. If I was confused before, it's going to be Makoto. What I saw next pushed me right over the edge. Yep. Huh? What I saw was me. Impossibly, undeniably me.
So, Makoto, before we begin, I should let you know that I'll be recording our conversation.
Yep.
Yes.
Jesus, the way Makoto said that was so weird. Me and the headmaster were looking at each other. He and I were having what seemed like a fairly normal conversation. But I, the I in the here and now, had absolutely no memory of it. I had no memory of ever even meeting the headmaster, much less sitting down to talk to him like this.
Now, shall we get straight to the point? Makoto, there's a chance you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school.
Huh.
Can you accept that?
Yes.
The way he's saying that. This can't be real. I said yes?
I'm sorry I'm putting you through all this.
Well, I mean, we don't have much of a choice, do we?
We don't have much of a choice. Yep! Because nuclear fucking war. World War III up in this bitch. I can't believe I might have been right. I don't even, dude, I don't even care. Like, I mean, I do care about the mastermind, and I'm so excited for that. But honestly, I am more, because here's the thing. If the mastermind is Junko, which I think it's Junko, I don't really, I don't want to say I called it. Like, I might have called it a little earlier than I bet most people did, probably, if that is the case. But I've been calling this so hard. I've been calling this, and I never bought the tragedy bullshit. I was like, no way. Because they specifically describe it. The most awful, most tragic event in human history. You're telling me that, like, the murder of, like, what, maybe 20, 30 students? Like, yeah, that would be awful. That would be horrible. That would be disgusting. That would be that would be a insanely tragic event. But you're telling me that's worse, especially, and again, it's awkward to say this, but it's specifically, this is a Japanese game. This was made in Japan. You know, the country that had 2 nuclear bombs dropped on them at the end of World War II. You're telling me that country would say that the murder of like 20, 30 kids, like gifted kids, was the most tragic event in human history? Are you fucking shitting me? There's no way. Oh my god, I'm getting so hyped. I bet you could probably tell in my voice, but I'm so excited right now. I think I called it. If it's not nuclear war, it has to be something similar. And my controller just messed up again.
But I promise that as long as you're in this school, I will do everything I can to protect you. As the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, that's the very least I can do for you.
Damn. That's insane. Once again, the video cut out. Is that the only one we're gonna get, or are we gonna get to all the others? That's probably the only other one. From there, the video repeated the same screen again and again with the others. Okay. Alright. Byakuya. Toko. Hina. Everyone. They all said that they'd agree to live in this school forever. And then Kyoko. Her interview with him had been recorded just as clearly. Without a doubt, she had met him. She'd sat down with the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, her father. And when he asked her his question, she answered the same as everyone else. She accepted a life within the school. Just as Kyoko's interview was wrapping up, the monitor suddenly went black. Huh? It wasn't just the monitor, the DVD player itself had apparently turned off. Which of course meant the DVD wasn't playing anymore. What the heck just happened?
Say what?
Oopsie, looked like it broke out of service. What? It just so happened to break just now?
Too bad.
Now then, when? Doesn't matter. Failure can strike anywhere, anytime. That's what failure is, right? Failure my ass? You cut the power on purpose. Well, whatever. Even if I watched the whole thing, it'd just be more of the same. He'd ask them the question, they'd all say yes. Couldn't help myself. I let out a huge, exasperated sigh, but as I did, I remembered something.
That's right.
I fainted too, and when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself, a disconnect. Ironic. She had amnesia, but she was actually the only... Ironically, we all had amnesia, and she was actually the only one who could cognitively recognize that she had amnesia, even though she forgot about her ultimate detective ability, unlike the rest of us with our ultimates or lack thereof. Unless Makoto also forgot his ultimate. That's possible.
It would seem...
Thinking back on it now, at that point, my memory was gone. At that time, I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to this school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was. That would be interesting, because that is something, is that, does Makoto really have an ultimate? Maybe he actually forgot it. But what would make you forget all that?
Hey,
Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. Seems much too convenient. A convenient outcome. Something that seemed to obviously work in favor of the mastermind. So does that mean I've lost my memory too, along with every other member of the school? What about the others? Have we all forgotten? Or... Huh. That's it. That's the final. Now we've actually... This time, I bet, we've actually finished the investigation. Holy shit. I feel like this is the third time he's interrupted.
For anything that has a start, there has to be an end.
Holy shit, it's time for the final class trial.
And if the end comes, then that means it's time for a fresh start.
Yep,
There is no night that doesn't have a dawn.
true.
Although that dawn is totally pitch black,
Jesus.
there is no storm that won't eventually end. Of course, then that leads to drought.
Damn, he just...
But as I said, every end is the promise of a new beginning.
A new beginning filled with despair.
Which is why I'm sure we'll get to meet again, because the end is only the beginning.
Well, there is more than one Danganronpa game, and I am actually... If my prediction of the nuclear war thing is correct, I don't know how there could be more games, but... I guess we'll find out. That's the only thing. Honestly, if I was playing this game when it came out, I'd be more confident in my theory, because one of the biggest things that's making me think I'm wrong is the fact that there's sequels, and like, how the fuck do you do a sequel if I'm right about my theory?
Anyway, let's get started.
I guess we'll see.
The beginning of the end of the class trial.
Here we go.
Everyone gather once again at you know where.
Yep. It's about to begin again. The class trial is going to start. The final class trial. The last time all our lives will be on the line. The last time hope and despair are on the line. I don't have a choice. I have to do this. I love this theme so much. I'm such a mark for anything with a piano, though. Okay, then. This is the end. It's time to bring it to an end. And what will probably be the penultimate episode of my Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc Let's Play is about to end. I guess I'm the first one this time.
Makoto,
You're early, Makoto.
listen.
Does that mean you feel prepared? Yeah, for now at least. But where's everyone else? Why aren't they here yet?
However,
Don't worry, I'm sure they'll be here soon. Just like she said. Byakuya. But Byakuya? They arrived one after another. They were all in the same state of shock. Nah? Hero? Where's Toko or Jill? It wasn't any silence, and it wasn't any normal silence. It was the deafening silence of fear and suspicion. It was like the first class trial, yep.
You called for me and so I appear.
Ah, I'm late!
Oh, I'm on fire!
Ah, strong silent master is so wonderful, so cool, so hot, my loins are ablaze!
Yes!
Now listen, everything will be just fine if you leave it to me.
My beautiful scissors!
With my scissor-sharp scissors in hand, I'll stab and gouge and shiv the master of evil. She honestly might. I've actually been thinking about that. We have not gotten to see Genocide Jill do her dirty work firsthand. I do wonder if the mastermind's execution is literally going to be Genocide Jill killing, in my opinion, her ass. But we'll see. But I definitely think it's Junko. But I thought you couldn't kill anyone but adorable little boys. If it's what Master wants, it could be boy, girl, or anything in between. I can handle it. And it's Toko time. Where am I?
Whew.
No human language can describe the disappointment I'm feeling right now. Is everyone here? Oh, and wearing our gloomy gust faces, I see.
Well now.
Okay. Well then, let's begin.
Thrills, chills, kills!
This final class trial is gonna be slathered in pitch black despair, climaximum sorrow.
That's fine.
You're right. This is the final class trial, and this time it'll be fair.
How strange.
What do you mean this time? What's up with all the slander? I'm a very good standing, you know?
Unbelievable.
If there was a Mr. Fair Guy Universe contest, I'd take home the tiara every year. I'm gonna win this game super fair and square.
Today, I'm feeling white.
And I'll make sure everyone watching at home knows that despair is mightier than the hope.
Stop talking.
Enough of your tedious dribble. Begin the trial already. Sure, let's begin the trial already. I'll be waiting for you down below.
You guys.
So don't try and run away. Oh boy, here we go. Laughing as loud as ever, Monokuma disappeared. Whatever.
In the name of my family.
This will be over in no time. With an inexplicable confidence, Byakuya was the first into the elevator. One by one, the others followed. So I assume they all think Makoto because of the picture. Nobody made eye contact. Nobody said a word. They just disappeared into the elevator.
Hey,
They're all acting odd. Like they're paranoid, suspicious of each other.
however,
You know why that is, don't you? Well, yeah, you're the one that didn't want to see the picture. Yeah, I think so.
however,
Well, you can tell us all about it soon. The class trial. You're right, I'm ready.
so,
Ready to win, right? Of course. I'm glad to hear you say that. And then Kyoko was aboard the elevator. I started making my way toward the opening. Step after step, toward that gaping maw. I'd resolved that this would be the last time. Repeated to myself that there was no fear, no mystery left. I pushed the anxiety down, calmed my trembling body, and finally, on steady legs, I passed the threshold and stood in the elevator. Once again, these six are they really are like these are the magical six. Like these are the Super Six, the Supreme Six, the Stellar Six. I don't know what to call them, but these six have been alive the whole game. But also, we haven't lost anyone in a while since Sakura's suicide. Without warning, it began to descend. Deeper and deeper. Deeper, deeper, deeper still. Deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper. This isn't the same. This is a special courtroom, isn't it? Deeper and deeper it fell. We're going farther down than we normally do, aren't we? I closed my eyes and sight fell away. All sound, too, disappeared. Alone in the universe, I waited for the elevator doors to open for the last time. What could have been seconds or centuries later, I felt the gentle vibration of the elevator come to an end. Slowly opened my eyes. Interesting. This is the final trial site? What do you think? Isn't it just the perfect background for deciding a person's fate?
Yoo-hoo!
It's the long-awaited last stage, the always exciting final boss battle. And I'm gonna sit in on this one. I'll just sit right here in the vacant 16th seat.
Thrills, chills, kills!
Well then, let's begin! Holy shit. The mastermind stands exposed and must pay for their crimes. Now all that's left is the looming mystery of Hope's Peak Academy itself. Everything is equipped, everything I've earned. We actually only have 17 pieces of evidence. We still have the Monokuma file. I don't know why this is still here. But I guess we'll see if that does anything. The control room. The tarp. Mukuro's profile. Corpse matches those characteristics, and those are... But the key thing, it's actually not here. I think it's in Kyoko's account. The ultimate despair. 1 year ago, that group brought about the single worst event in human history. So the ultimate despair was somehow responsible for the tragedy. But I assume that they weren't responsible for... Well, they might have been responsible for the death of the students, but the tragedy is not just students dying. Yeah. I'm curious why this is here. That's actually really strange that this is here. Don't know what this means, or what the relevance is to the trial. I'm actually curious why this is still in here, too. How are we going to use the e-handbook? Yeah, the notebook's obviously important, and the pocketbook's important. Repurposed as a morgue, yep. Yep. The lights, yep. The group photo is going to be so important. Could that, and that was his thought, could that mean all the others are working together somehow? No, because of the video. Toko and Genocide Jack, their individual memories are separate, so the idea is that when they wiped Toko's memory, they couldn't have wiped Genocide Jack's memory. That's going to be so important. Kyoko attests that both the stab wound and the blow to the head were inflicted after death, yep. And of course, the interview DVD. Makoto had no such memory. Thanks to Monokuma's interview, he wasn't able to watch it all the way through. He did not get, now what I think is relevant is he did not get to Junko's and he did not get to Mukuro's, which I think were the two most important ones. Holy shit. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I think we just finished the penultimate episode of my playthrough. I feel like I've been on this part. I feel like this episode was long as hell, but it is what I think will probably be the penultimate episode of my Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc Let's Play. I honestly think that was probably one of the longest episodes I've ever done, since it's a little past 5 in the morning. I don't remember exactly when I started, but I think that was without a doubt one of my longest parts. And I am so tempted to finish this game in a few minutes after I finish recording this part and then reset my my recording to record the finale. But I also get the feeling that, like I said, I expect the last part between the trial and all the aftermath, because I probably will want the next part to be the finale, to be minimum 3 hours. I honestly will predict that I think the finale episode might even be like 4 hours long. I wouldn't be surprised. Now, I don't think the actual trial is going to be too hard, just because I think I've actually figured out most of it. but we'll see what happens. I am so excited. You guys know the predictions. I think Junko's the mastermind, and I think nuclear war, I guess the ultimate despair, like the group, somehow managed to cause something completely like world-defining happen. And because of that, they were able to, and then that's why this whole Hope's Peak thing was set up, which all of the students agreed to, or at least all the ones that, you know, at least all the ones here. And somehow that eventually led to the end of, somehow that eventually leads to, because that's the thing, right? Like, that big reveal is leading into how the game's going to end, but I honestly have no idea. Because that's the thing, like, I'm not... The mastermind and, like, defeating the mastermind is its own big thing. But even beyond that, where does the game go? If we truly... If this is truly what I think it is, how on earth does this game end? And from that point, how do we get to Danganronpa 2? If my theories are right about the ending of this game, and my theories are right about the secret of Hope's Peak, which is that it's it's essentially a nuclear shelter for these 16 potatoes and the headmaster, then truly is this, and that would explain the self-sustaining ecosystem with the lab sauce and with the garden on the 5th floor, like all of it, it all implies that like Hope's Peak was designed in a way to be self-sustaining so that they could just live there the rest of their lives. And, you know, once they ran out of all their stocks of food, they could still keep making food and all of that. And they could even eventually, you know, have kids if they wanted to, you know, whatever, right? That these 16 students would live with each other and, of course, the headmaster the rest of their lives. And that is such a crazy thought to think about, but it's also awesome. And I honestly can't wait. Because you have to remember, magazines are hard to get. They just aren't really a thing anymore. Because that was a detail that just so screamed like the end of the world scenario. It's crazy. It's honestly crazy. I can't believe what we're at what'll probably be the end. Like I said, I think the next episode will probably be the end. I mean, unless the next episode is so freaking long, I can't bother. I think I'm going to record it in a few moments. This is definitely going to be an up all night or all morning thing, because it's already a little past 5. Yeah, it's 5:16 in the morning where I am. But I have to see this I have to see this brought to fruition. So, anyways, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this was what I think will probably be the penultimate episode of my Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc Let's Play. I hope you guys have enjoyed this Let's Play so much. I am in love with this game. I am so excited. One, for the reveal of the mastermind, but I think even more so for the reveal of the secrets of Hope's Peak. And what does this mean for the future? Because even though I think I figured out the mysteries of Danganronpa, the one fucking thing that I don't have a fucking clue about is how the fuck is there a Danganronpa 2? Because especially with, like, the gameplay style, you'd have to do, like, a trial system and that whole thing, and how on earth does this lead to a Danganronpa 2 is my question. Like, what the fuck? Regardless, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, those of you who haven't decided, I love this game. I love this series. I can't wait to play the rest of the games in this series. But before that, we still have to finish Danganronpa 1. And I think we're going to finish it next time. But we'll see. Whatever the case may be, for what might be the second to last time, Flamin' Shark signing out. Hope you guys have a wonderful, fantastical day. I'll see you guys next time with another video. And as it pertains to Danganronpa specifically, I'll see you guys next time with what I think will be the final episode of Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. It might not be, but I think it will be. Thanks for watching. Peace.